Good morning. It's Saturday the 16th of June. It's Shootin' the Breeze. I'm your host, TakersMinion. I'm joined as always, my co-host, Mr. Dr. Senju, the man from the land of the rising sun. Good evening to you, sir. Or is it morning?
Morning. Midnight, technically speaking.
Okay.
So,
Yep,
good. I don't know. Good midnight? Is it good midnight now? Okay,
Maybe
fine.
good morning, because it's 10 after 12 your time, so.
Yep. Good midnight still. How are you today, good sir?
Tired, but I'm here. Had to
That's
work all night. Had to work an extra hour and a half this morning.
Oh, okay.
My relief was late. Damn it.
It happens. Shitty workers happened. Shitty workers happen. I mean, not to complain on shitty workers, but and shitty bosses don't understand.
Yeah. I don't want to talk too much about that.
No, my week has been relatively okay, if not relatively very busy. So there is that. I know I disappointed someone when someone is trying to summon something and then I didn't appear.
No. Yeah, because you told me I was going to have to, and so I did it, and
I didn't appear.
I told the person in question, and they were like, "Oh, good," and he didn't show up.
I have no idea who's doing that.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but anyway, you're good. I'm good. Shouldn't we ask our guest who?
Yeah, we're joined this morning. His second appearance. I don't think he's been on any other podcast since we had him on before the end of last year. The one-winged angel from the Cageside Seats, knowing.
Good sir. Well, good morning, everyone.
How are you?
I'm good. It's a beautiful Saturday morning in the Bay Area.
Bay Area.
Has it cooled down yet?
It's a little bit cooler, so it'll be like high 80s today, which is pretty darn good. When it doesn't hit the high 90s, lower hundreds, that's when too hot.
We're gonna be like 96 today here with
your humidity. I can't even.
Yeah. They got heat advisories out today, so
yeah, we get the dry.
Staying in the house.
We have the dry heat here.
But when that wind turns around and starts coming off the ocean, it cools off everything.
Yeah.
Good for you guys. I mean, over here, it's about, 14 degrees? 14 degrees Celsius or about 61 degrees Fahrenheit. If you want to.
Oh, that's beautiful weather.
That is awesome.
I would love to live somewhere where the temperature stays at 65 year-round. I'd be happy. I'd be happier than pig and shit.
San Francisco used to be like that, the proper city of San Francisco. But lately, it's been getting hot.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Well, Santa Monica used to be like that too.
It's because SF's on the water. It's like an island pretty much, and then I'm inland, so the heat just permeates through here.
Yeah, it does. So, what are we going to
talk about? Oh, I got something. World Cup started. The World Cup started.
The World Cup started. Big deal.
Man, that game yesterday was off the charts.
Which one? Are you talking about Spain versus Portugal? Yeah. It's basically just Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah. It went to a draw. It's all Cristiano Ronaldo's show on that one. It's all him.
Yeah, he scored all 3 goals for Spain.
For Portugal.
Yeah.
For Portugal. Yeah, I don't know where these people are from, so I don't know.
Of course you don't.
Although I was having a conversation with a gentleman from Scotland this morning who's over here in the States doing football clinics for kids.
Okay.
And we were talking about the women's soccer. And he says here in the United States, he believes that there will be a professional women's soccer league started within the next 5 years. And
they've tried that before, and it didn't run well.
It didn't work. But think about it. Think about it now.
Yeah.
I said the only way that it might work is that if you have the U.S. national team as one of the teams in that league, and then over time phase them out.
I think that's real.
He's even said women play better soccer than the men do.
On that note, yes, because of the popularity of the U.S. women's national team rather than the U.S. men's national team.
Right, but he's saying that the women are more technically sound in the game.
I'll give him that. Yeah, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Because other than, let's see, for the men's national team, other than Christian Pulisic and Clint Dempsey and Michael Bradley, who else are you going to remember on the U.S. men's national team? You're going to remember a lot more in the U.S. men's national team because they play better.
Yeah, all we got to do is mention
they didn't play better this year.
Christian Press and people start to melt.
I know someone who's going to melt if we mention Christian Press.
Yes.
And he's not here.
No, he's not here.
He's not here. But we understand that. Yeah.
I'm all for Neymar. That's for me. That's the
when you get out from the U.S. men's national team and go to other men's national team. Yes, we're going to discard that too. So.
No, this. He says that he believes that it would a women's professional soccer league would probably be done here first because the college soccer teams now for women are so much stronger than they were 10 years ago.
Of course, I won't deny that because a lot more women want to be want to be a part of the women's national team as their dream. Mm-hmm. Have you even heard of anyone else, any men who wanted to become a soccer player say that, I wanted to be a U.S. men's national team? Other than your guys on the state, other than your wonder kid Christian Pulisic who's playing for Borussia Dortmund. Other than that, no,
really not.
Back then, you got a lot of. Back then, I think about 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you got people like Michael Bradley. You get people like Clint Dempsey, Oguchi Onyewu, and then you have your Freddie Adus. Where are they now?
Yeah.
Well, you think about it. Think about it for a second.
Landon Donovan.
Women's soccer became popular when the United States won the World Cup the first time. The women's night
for the Gold Cup. Yeah, for the Gold Cup. Yeah.
No, they won a World Cup.
They won a couple of World Cups too because they're one of the most dominant. They're one of the most dominant teams in the world.
Yeah,
when Brandy Chastain ripped her shirt off,
is just tears people, just shreds them.
I'm sorry, Biff. Yes, Carlos Bocanegra as well. Yes. I'm sorry. I forgot all about Carlos Bocanegra, which I should. I mean, but okay, yeah, understandable. Because when your guys' women's national team won the Gold Cup, which is the equivalent of the World Cup for men, their popularity rose up. Suddenly, all these names, Christian Press, back then, Hope Solo, Alex Morgan's name, all of these names got a lot of attention and a lot of press. So yeah,
and that's what's made soccer, women's soccer here in the States so popular
and much more appealing too. Exactly.
Yeah. And that's like this guy told me. His name is John Sargent, and he said to me, the women. He said he would love to see a game between the U.S. men's national team and the women's U.S. national team. And
I would love
who would win. He says,
I would love to watch that. I would love to watch that.
He believes that the women would beat them because they're technically more sound.
Mm-hmm.
He says there'd be a lot more flopping on the men's.
He says the men have a tendency to dribble and move the ball around, try to move around people more. He said the women, they let the ball do the work.
Mm-hmm. Because I think in the qualifiers, the men's national team for the U.S. played a more, qualitative kind of football where the individual is carrying the player, carrying the team, where each individual is just carrying the ball all to themselves. I.e., case in point, Christian Pulisic, that's their wonder kid, that's their golden boy, that's their ace in the hole. After that, no, you don't have anyone else. Right. I am sorry.
Yeah, even their stars, quote unquote. They're just stars because they were, our people. Landon Donovan and Clint Dempsey, Michael Bradley. Like, we think they're good because they're U.S., but compared to the world, they're
nothing. Sure. Understandable. Understandably so. Landon Donovan played for the played in the EPL for a few years. Clint Dempsey played in the EPL for a few years. Christian Pulisic currently plays in the Bundesliga, which is I think in the top team, which is an outlier in and of itself because he's the rare kind for you guys. So that's the how to say it, that's the basket where you place every single dollar you have inside there. Christian Pulisic is ours.
Well, okay. And here's the funny thing too. Like I said, he's from Scotland, and his club is Ayr.
Okay.
So I started laughing, and he's like, "What?" I said, "You're not much better than I am." He goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "I'm West Ham." And he busted out laughing.
That's understandable. Yeah. Okay. Just for shits and giggles, I pulled out the U.S. men's national team list. Okay, I'm surprised. One of the teams I think you might know. I think you might know the team though, Taker. DeAndre Yedlin plays for Newcastle United.
Oh yeah. As long as none of them were playing for Liverpool, damn it.
No. One came close. One came close to joining Liverpool. That's Clint Dempsey.
You don't need him.
No. At that time we do.
You don't now.
No. I mean, okay, and then the rest. Oh, okay, sure. There's one player who plays for Manchester United. I think he's still in the youth team. I think he's in the reserves team now. Matthew Olasunde. That's the guy. And that's just it. Then you have Christian Pulisic, who somehow isn't in the current men's national team, which is surprising in and of itself.
Well. And now we've had our soccer talk. Let's move on to wrestling, shall we?
No, we have to. Well, never mind. Okay.
Of both, actually,
if you want to talk more, there's other podcasts that you can talk about this.
Well, did you see the picture of Pele with that was Putin going around with Putin? Yeah.
So,
hey, you know what's funny? You want to hear the funny part about that whole thing?
Sure. Sure.
People thought that was Booker T.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's why I made that comment. And some people were like, "It's not," and then some people were like, "Who is that?" So
I recognized at first.
People
I was
just have no idea. Yeah.
Pele, Booker T. Who is that?
Yeah.
When
He's about to get out of that wheelchair and do a spinneroonie.
Somebody said, "Is that Booker T?" I'm like, "No, that's not Booker T."
Oh, that's not Booker T. That's
and I said,
Pele. That's a legendary football player, not legendary
legendary Brazilian.
It could be Booker in about 20 years. Looks just like.
Yeah, no shit.
Booker T, please don't kill us with a spinneroonie if you're listening to this.
I mean, God, I saw that and I was like, my God, people.
Taker, just for shits and giggles again, what was the name of your Scotland friend again?
Sargent.
The full name, because I think you said the full name, right?
Yeah, John Sargent.
John Sargent. You're gonna be surprised at this. One of the U.S. players is named Josh Sargent.
I don't think he's from Scotland, though.
No, he's from the U.S.
Yeah, but no, his name is John. Him and I have had several conversations about soccer. He's a real good guy. So
this brings up an idea for a footballing podcast.
Not here.
Nope.
Taker's gonna kick me out if I do it here.
It'd last about a month, like the World Cup, and then back to nothing.
Well, I mean, I got the greatest gift today from my wife for both my birthday and Father's Day.
Yeah, before I wrap this up, yes, I'm still forgetting about Carlos Bocanegra Biff. Don't worry about it. Now, what was it you were saying about your gift?
Yeah, my gift.
For Father's Day and
Father's Day, which is tomorrow, and my birthday, which was last week. Last week Sunday. So I've got the what is it called? I think it's the Encyclopedia of Sports Entertainment, the definitive edition, put out by the WWE. It's a coffee table book. The freaking thing is huge.
Okay.
It's I'd say it's like 10 by 14.
How many pages?
It's 2.5. It's about 2.5, about 2 inches thick.
Oh, that means probably about
500 to 600 pages.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of stuff in there. I mean, open it up and you've got Argentine Roca right there. Right after the contents page. And it covers all the territories, AWA, all of them. Yes, I'm spoiled rotten.
And this was produced by WWE?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yep. Which is okay. What any interesting things that you have read inside there or something?
I don't think he stepped away for a sec.
Oh, okay. Did he? I didn't know. Oh, okay. He stepped out.
You didn't know what?
No, I meant that I was going to ask any interesting facts that you have read inside the book.
No, I just got it this morning when I came home.
Okay.
This, let's see, it's the 3rd edition, so.
It's the 3rd edition.
So it's got one of the pictures it's showing is the ATT WrestleMania, so.
32?
Yeah, 32. So it came out, I'm trying to see if I can find when the publishing date was. And of course, they don't have it. Unless it's on the back.
That seems bizarre, yeah.
Yeah,
it's usually something that's always
front. It's at the back. Why? Just why?
Well, I know they've got Zeus in the list, so that is
why an old bard?
416 pages with the index.
Why do they have that? Zeus, no.
What was his name in WCW? Like Gangster Z or something like that?
I think so. I think so. I can't remember. It's a little bit far.
Those are the Dungeon of Doom days.
He appeared in WCW as Z Gangsta.
Yeah, I thought it was something like that.
God damn it.
Was he in the dungeon?
When...
I don't know.
I think he is. I think he is. I think so.
I think he was in. I mean,
I think he is. He's not there anymore.
Talk about a cast of characters. That stable was. Oh my goodness gracious!
Terrible. Good.
It was so terrible. It was awesome.
There ain't no way.
Wow.
On this, Xavier Woods 5'11", 205. No. There ain't no way.
Really?
Really?
That's what it's saying in here.
They always pad him, though.
They always pad the rest.
He's not. He's heavier than 205.
Oh, for sure. He's
if
too
he's
thick.
205,
he's too thick.
I'm Cheryl Teagues, for Christ's sake.
Okay, but anyway, nothing interesting in there yet. You haven't really dug in.
Yeah, they always build Big Show as 500 pounds. I don't think he was ever 500.
He was. He's not 500 now. He's not 500
He's not
now.
500.
He's
in great shape now.
He's 370, 370, 375 now. And he says he's never felt better.
Yeah, well, he looks like it. You could tell. His last little run, he had some, I wouldn't say great, but he had some really good matches that with Roman Reigns.
On par when he first got here.
Yeah.
He was never really a great wrestler, but
no. But for his size, he plays a part. They gave him some shit gimmicks. Excuse my language, but
they did give him some shit gimmicks.
But he always, he's a company man, and that's why he's got the Jericho deal too. Whatever he wants to do, he's always the door is always there.
Of course. I mean,
people bitch that he's swapped. He's turned more times.
He turned more times than a switch light than a light switch.
Yeah. Then Taker flipping through that book.
Big Show turned more times than you flipped the book.
The pages up turning the book. Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, okay.
It seemed like he was turning every other week there for a while on TV.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Considering the fact that you are actually turning the book right now, well, let's talk about something that we might not want to talk about. We already did. I got
the book put off to the side for right now.
Okay, let's talk about something that we both of us have already talked about last week for a little bit, but I think we can do a deeper delve on it. We will talk about Money in the Bank. What a match! The Money in the Bank 2018 match.
Do we have any idea who the New Day is going to put in the match yet?
Let me check.
Well, rumors all pointed to Big E in the beginning. I don't know if that's still the case, but
that's all I've seen.
Rumors are about 50-50, so that gives them pretty good odds.
And I love WWE rumors now because they won't either confirm or deny the stuff. So it's
like
nowadays
it's going to happen, but it might not.
Yeah, it might not.
Yeah,
the kayfabe they're keeping the kayfabe.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, again, the whole on the May 15th episode of Smackdown. That means last month, Big E and Xavier Woods defeated Cesaro and Sheamus in a tag match. So that allows one member of the New Day to qualify. The only problem is we don't know who. And as far as I'm concerned, they haven't really said it. They haven't really said who they wanted to put there in the spot.
No, they're doing it on purpose. I don't think it's going to happen. Anyone's going to know until their music plays.
Yeah. Or even if the music plays, I think all three of them is going to come out.
All three of them are going to come down. We know this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who is going to step into the ring is something is going to be a little bit more concerning.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be surprised if all three of them walked into the ring and then looked at each other. What the hell are you doing? Yeah. I wanted to be in the match.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this right now, and this is
a hot take.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was listening to Two Guys One Sport on Thursday night because I was home. I figured, why not listen to their show live for a change instead of listening to it in the middle of the freaking night and taking 5 hours of listen to 2 hours of show because I got other shit I got to do.
Yeah.
And they're saying the guy that most deserves the shot out of the three of them is Kofi.
Wow. And here I thought Chris would say Big E.
No, he's saying Kofi.
Well, Kofi. See, the problem with Kofi being in it is he's just the spot machine. And I think, unfortunately, that's kind of what in these
that's kind of what this match calls
become.
For because they've already got one big bruiser in there and Braun.
I mean, Big E can move though. I really would want to see him in a ladder match, but you're right. They do already have the big monster in there.
You have the big monster in there and Braun Strowman.
And Samoa Joe, yeah.
You have the grinning. You have the grinning baby oil machine and Finn Balor in there.
Sure, God.
That's what he should do. He should put a ladder in the ring and then spray, baby oil on it, and then it'll just slide off. And then he'll put a ladder up and win.
I mean, we have the A-lister who has a show to promote, The Miz. We have raging legality machine in Rusev who's suing for something. I can't remember what.
The Sheraton in Memphis. He put a do not disturb sign on his door. But when he came back from the show or from dinner or something,
he
had stuff stolen.
His stuff got stolen.
Same with Paige. They both
same with Paige.
Yeah, they both had stuff stolen out of their rooms.
Personal items stolen with this shitty as fuck. I'm calling it out right now. Whoever stole this kind of thing, you guys are shitty as fuck.
Yeah,
get that. Anyway,
and that concerns me because I always put the do not disturb sign on my doors. I don't like.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the motel if you would come stay at our place, at the place I work for. D&D, we call them D&D. If the D&D is up, we do not go in.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Because it's
customer. I think it's customer.
Right. I mean, Jesus Christ! I have people calling me all the time. Is so and so staying there?
No. We are.
And I'll tell them. I'll look it up, and I might have the name. I'm like, nope, there's no one here by that name. I know they're there. What room are they in? I said, if they were here, I couldn't tell you what room they're in anyway. Well, why not? I said, security reasons. I don't know who you are.
That's crazy.
The only people I'm required to, by law, to give the information out of, let's say, Angel, you're there. And city, county, state, or federal law enforcement walk in and say, we're looking for One Wing Angel. What room is he in? Right
well, this is a believable story, so.
But he's in room such. He's in room blah blah blah.
Such and such. Right. Yeah.
Exactly. I have no choice in the matter at that point.
Yeah, because that's a law enforcement officer. You're going to deny him something.
It's possible to call your rooms too, right? So they should call the person.
But they don't know, so they have to call in. They have to call in the reception guest, the reception desk. So
if they don't know what the room number is, I'm not going to. Or if they
want, if the person doesn't tell you, then you're not going to tell them.
No, of course not.
But if they want to talk to them on the phone, I can transfer them down, but I won't give you the room number.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's that. You have the guy. You have the man who you remember. You only remember the entrance, but nothing else. Bobby Roode. You have the biggest whiny baby machine in Kevin Owens.
Oh, God damn it.
And then you have the man who will kill everyone by just a stare, Samoa Joe.
You forgot one.
Technically, you have.
And you forgot the monster who will probably destroy everybody.
Yeah.
The monster who probably destroyed. I think we already can say that he's the monster who's going to probably destroy everybody. You don't really need to make Braun Strowman's introduction. You don't really need to make Braun Strowman's introduction because he's there. There you go.
You have to with Bobby Roode, otherwise you'll forget it.
Yeah, you have to with Bobby Roode because you only the glorious entrance song. Who's the guy? 5 minutes later, who's that guy again with that glorious entrance? Is that guy?
Ric Flair knockoff.
Yeah.
Dime Store Triple H.
And Triple H.
He says Dime Store Triple H. I say Dime Store Ric Flair because of the ropes.
I believe he said that's where he's imitating.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it. Mm-hmm. But okay, let me just run down the card quickly. If you guys you guys haven't really got it yet, but I think everyone does. But let me just go.
Well, I was looking at the predictions page this morning for a little bit before I came on here. People, out of the 5 that are doing it, 3 of them are picking The Miz.
The Miz.
They should be
Never mind.
shot.
Okay. Before you shot anyone, okay, let me just run down the card quickly. In the pre-show, we have the Bludgeon Brothers versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. The SmackDown Tag Team.
Why are they on the pre-show?
Yeah, why are
that
they?
That match should be on the main card.
Yeah, or move Roman Reigns to the pre-show. If me saying that means I'm gonna get knocked out by the Roman Empire. Oh shit!
Lashley and Zayn should be on the pre-show.
Yes. That's true. But yeah, why is this on a pre-show card? I have no freaking idea. This should be on the main card. Never mind. But anyway, then you have
the other tag team title isn't on it, so
yeah, at least
nowhere to be seen.
Then you have the Money in the Bank ladder match for the women's championship contract with Ember Moon, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Natalya, Lana, Naomi, and Sasha Banks. All of these women are going to go into the Money in the Bank ladder match. Then, of course, like I said already, then you have the Money in the Bank ladder match for the World Championship contract. And you have the last man standing match for the WWE Championship between AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. And you have the singles match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. Nia Jax versus Ronda Rousey. Then you have Carmella versus Asuka for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship.
Asuka's gonna kill her.
Sure.
Although there are some rumors out there that I will address in a few moments.
I was gonna bring that up too. So we'll wait. We'll wait on those.
We'll wait on that. Yeah. Then you have 3 singles matches that has nothing to do with matches at all, but only serve to fuel the storyline. One of them is Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal. Yeah.
God.
The second one is Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn.
That one's got my interest.
Okay, and the third one is Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass.
Why?
I don't know. We'll talk about that later. And then you have, and then you have Seth Rollins versus Elias for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. So all in all, that's your lineup.
That was okay. Raw this week on that feud. Just enough.
Just enough to pique your interest, is it?
No, what they did, neither one of them touched each other this week. The only thing
it's a lost art. It's a lost art doing that. I enjoyed.
I enjoyed that too because it's segment. Like, hey, this is interesting. Once he saw the guitar, I knew what was going to happen. I knew it was going to get stomped. I already knew it. But the thing about it is that they did just enough to push the story along a little bit further.
Okay. Which is good in a way.
Yes, it is.
It is good in a way, hopefully, because I think this is the major storyline that is propping Raw for the moment, while the WWE Universal Championship is being held hostage, in a way,
by someone training to be a UFC fighter again.
Please, Vince, I want to be a UFC fighter again. I don't want to hold this title anymore. I'm talking about UFC, which I will talk more about later.
Yeah, there's something to talk about there too.
Yeah,
you talking about Universal title?
No, the UFC thing, and wrestling for that matter too. So we'll talk more on that later. But okay, let me just touch on let's touch on the Money in the Bank ladder match for the women's championship contract. There, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people.
Too many.
Too many?
Both matches have too many.
Really? 1, 2, 3, 4,
8,
5, 6.
8 in both of them. That's too many.
Yeah, I think six is the too much. 5 is about right.
6 is the perfect number.
6 is the perfect number. 5 is too little. 4 is too little. I think there's
6 is the perfect number. 8's too many.
But okay, numbers aside, which one would be of more peak of interest, the women's or the men's?
Well, the men is wide.
I think
the men's match is wide open. If you think about it, and you got Braun. Let's see the strongest ones: Braun, Samoa Joe, maybe Owens.
Maybe Owens.
Those three are the stronger ones, characters.
True.
In the match.
Like I said, you have the big whiny baby in Kevin Owens. You have the man who's going to stare everybody to death, Samoa Joe, and then you have the man who will destroy everyone, Braun Strowman.
But the question I have here is, who looks like the one? The obvious choice is going to be Strowman. That's everybody's choice right now. But we know they're not going to put the case on him.
We know that Braun going to put the case on him.
They're not gonna, I don't think they're going to put the case on him because he doesn't need the case.
Oh, of course not. Yeah,
I agree.
Oh, speaking of Braun, real quick, little side step here.
A little side step.
I started following somebody on Twitter just recently.
Ooh, okay.
His former tag team partner, Braun's former tag team partner,
Nicholas.
Yes.
Nicholas
is on Twitter, and it's just Nicholas WWE.
No Nicholas Cone. No, just Nicholas WWE. Okay.
He's got a WWE handle.
Okay.
He's making appearances.
Okay.
The kid is making appearances and signing autographs.
So basically, this is WWE's version of a pop star, or a young Disney pop star.
Exactly.
Oh my!
Oh my God!
But hey,
I mean, if they don't botch it like how
the little shit's got merch.
I know that. I mean, if they don't really botch it like they did with Dominic Mysterio back then.
Oh God, that was a deleted file you just brought back from the dead.
That was bad.
That was bad. I mean, if they don't botch it like they did to that, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it would provide us with a little bit of shits and giggles because WWE is creating their own version of Disney pop stars.
And you know what?
Disney got Hannah Montana. Disney got Miley Cyrus. Disney got Selena Gomez. We got Nicholas. Ta-da!
And you know what's funny?
What?
The kid's over.
Oh, yeah, like Grover. Yeah, big time.
Of course. You should see his tweet. You should see his Twitter. He's got young kids telling him that he's their hero.
Oh.
Already.
Okay.
Just as long as this stuff doesn't go to the kid's head.
Yeah.
I think John Cone and his mom, I think his mother and father will keep him under wraps.
Of course. I mean,
you're only 11 years old, kid.
This is NJPW's version of Red Shoes as the referee in that. Red Shoes has sons who is NJPW referees as well. So.
Yeah, Red Shoes got his ass kicked too.
Yeah, Red Shoes got it. His son got kicked too. There's a lot of that. But yeah, okay.
Anyway,
I mean,
do they still do that? Excuse me. Do they still do that? There was a kids show that they used to, or when the network first came out.
What, Camp WWE?
No, not that one. It's taped. It was taped before NXT. You know, it was in the NXT arena. And
was it?
It was supposed to be like WWE with Big Show.
What the hell was her name? Oh, that kid. What's her name?
It obviously didn't last.
No, what was that? What was her name? God damn it! I can see her face. Oh shit!
No.
Because she's one of the best judges of talent in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Izzy.
Ah, okay.
You talking about the one? You talking about the show with Izzy Angel?
Yes, it was based pretty much. That's where it started. The whole idea of it. Mm-hmm. So there would be like a couple matches, and then it was just a kid-focused show. But I think it only lasted a couple episodes.
I never even saw it, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, they had like the Big Show wrestle on it. It was, lighthearted kind of stuff.
Yeah, it is. It is a lighthearted.
She wants to be a wrestler anyway. Everybody knows this. Izzy wants to be a wrestler.
Yep. It's his dream. It's her dream. It's Izzy's dream.
And her parents are a couple of the biggest marks going.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, back to the men's Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm. Men's or women's, I think, because we can actually lump these two together into just talk. Okay, for men's side, this is going to be a surprise for you guys. I am going to put Samoa Joe winning.
I agree. It should be someone for SmackDown.
Yeah. I'm putting Samoa Joe wins Money in the Bank contract.
Yeah, I think.
But I think as well, the whole story of the men's Money in the Bank is that how do you overcome a monster in Braun Strowman? That will be the centerpiece of.
It's going to take four people. Going to put him through an announce table.
Because let me list it out for you. Braun Strowman has been unstoppable. He won the 50-man battle royale in Saudi Arabia. He broke a ladder with his bare hands. He's fresh off defeating Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, and Bobby Roode in a fatal 4-way. So, how the hell do you need to stop him? Kevin Owens tried to work his mojo against the monster, against Braun Strowman. He tried to recruit. He tried to basically just, okay, let's all of us gang up on Braun Strowman. That's likely the only way anybody can stop him. Basically, you do the Big Show / Kane spot on him. And I agree with Taker. And if Angel's bringing the same point, Strowman doesn't need the briefcase anyway.
Yeah, I don't think he needs it.
Because
there's really not much of a story to tell with him having it. Whereas I think Samoa Joe, because this is part of winning the whole thing, is a great story that goes with it, which, kind of what Seth Rollins had when he won it. He had a good year-long story of this being a total chicken shit. But
yeah, I mean,
actually, maybe that was more of his championship reign. But he was pretty vicious when he was the Money in the Bank holder.
Yeah, agreed. Because
that briefcase was beat up to shreds because he was
beat up to shreds.
Yeah,
it was beat up to shreds. It got a hat. It got JBL's hat in there. It got popcorn. It got soda. Thanks to Dean Ambrose.
That's right.
It got goo as well inside there. It's also thanks to Dean Ambrose as well. So yeah, because it's I think the best way I can say it is that it's supposed to be a way to get an unfair advantage over the champion because you have the contract. The champ is down. I can cash in and then just pin him 1, 2, 3 because he's down. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. So in a sense, it's a prop to elevate a heel better. I think it's a prop to elevate the heel better, given
it's a heel gimmick.
Yeah, it's a heel gimmick given the correct circumstances and all that.
I think Ambrose might have been the last face to win. He cashed in the same night.
Yeah.
So
he's the last face to win.
Yeah,
I think John Cena was one too before he lost.
John Cena was one, and he called his shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Cena had that. He's the other face, but he failed in his cash in. So,
here's the deal with the women's Money in the Bank. Bringing up the case and heels and faces.
Mm-hmm.
There are people clamoring for Becky to win it. Okay, and I can't take credit for this type of booking, but my partner on my other podcast came up with this. That you put the case on Becky for women, and then have her, the temptation. Does she call? The thing about it, does she call her shot, or does she fight the temptation of going the easy route? Or was that you, MDS, that came up with that?
It was me. I think it was me.
Yeah, and that has really had me thinking.
Because I argue the point that if Becky has it, she's
been picking up momentum. They've been giving her
wins. Yeah, they've been giving her serious wins, even against she went over Charlotte Flair for that matter too. So my question
happened last year too, and they didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. My argument was that if you give Sasha the case, if you give Becky the case, if you give Becky the case, would she resist temptation to just go the conniving route and then just when the champ is down, she's cashing in and she's gonna win, easy peasy? No. Or she calls about, I got the case. Name me a time, name me a place, name a time and place. I'll cash it in. Just calling it out there. Is she going to go the noble route or she's going to go the heel route? Which I like to say that. So yeah, it's a interesting conundrum.
I could see her going the heel route, and that would solidify her turning quasi heel.
Well, as a face, you can also do the route where you defend it as a title, pretty much. So.
And I think it was us both. I think it was both me and.
Oh, I saw the post.
Yes,
no love. No love for Biff.
It was Biff. I think it was Biff who initially brought it up.
Yeah, I initially brought it up, and I tried to reinforce it. So.
Yeah. So. That's why I said
no love for you today. No love for you today. It's okay. You'll get love next. You'll get love tomorrow.
Oh, was it you, Angel, that showed John? What the hell was the guy about the?
Oh, John Panette.
The Chinese buffet. Oh no!
Yeah. You eat flour. You scare my wife.
You scare my wife. I give you enough MSG to kill an elephant.
Yeah.
I was watching that laughing so hard.
He is great. I was very lucky to see him about a month before he died. He toured through San Francisco, and he looked in bad shape, but he's freaking funny.
He is.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is look up Chinese buffet.
Yeah.
Laugh your ass off.
You just see his face, or you just see a picture of him, and you're gonna know it's gonna be funny already.
And this is a guy that's fat. He says so. He's fat.
Yeah. And that's his whole. It's self-deprecating humor.
Self-deprecating humor is always good.
Yeah.
Because my basic thing of being a guy with a sense of humor is that if you can make jokes about yourself at your expense and people laugh at it and you laugh at it as well, that's a measure of you having a good sense of humor.
Well, definitely.
If you can't laugh at yourself, you have no right to laugh at anybody else.
Exactly.
No, I see Becky going the short way.
Yeah,
Becky going the short way.
Yeah, the cheater's way, the heel way, pulling advantage.
Essentially turning. Becky heel.
Yep. And then basically she burns all of her bridges.
So just Charlotte? Isn't that her only bridge?
No. Let's put it this way.
I guess
when I say by all the bridges, all the faces and all the heels, she kind of puts herself out on an island by herself.
Yeah.
Wow.
And realizes she's got no one to watch her back anymore, this and that and the other. And that starts her redemption story.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, basically, you're copy-pasting Seth Rollins' story.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's a story that works.
It is. I mean, okay. I can see that. Taker, you're not going to like me saying this, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pegging Sasha Banks to win the Money in the Bank.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Because she's I don't know. I can't find pluses. I can't find among the eight people in there. I can't find anyone else who has a little bit of an advantage other than Sasha. Becky probably a little bit because she's on the SmackDown side.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my argument stems on the fact that the last Money in the Bank winner was on SmackDown, so they need someone on Raw. And based on that, all four of those guys, it's either going to be Ember Moon or Sasha Banks. That's it. And Ember Moon just started. That's just me being logical and me being just okay. This is just methodical, logical, rational thinking, not just. Okay, Ember Moon just came in. Alexa Bliss don't need the Money in the Bank title match. Natalia, she's already got.
No, God, no! Please, no! Don't put that! Don't put that shit on her! No!
Stay in the corner.
I should get the Badger gift going. You know the one I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Goes, nope.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Or The Office. I think The Office with
yeah.
Was it again Steve Harvey? Steve Carter?
Just no.
Steve Carell. Yeah. No, please, God, no. No, God, no.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, among all four people on Raw, Ember Moon just came in. Alexa Bliss, no need to.
I could see it being put on Natalia.
I wouldn't undervalue the moment, or she's been working with Ronda.
I won't undervalue that.
That's something that has to be put into perspective.
I won't undervalue that if she wins, but the problem is Natalia already got her gold watch.
But so here's the deal. There have been people who have failed.
So you want her to get the Money in the Bank and fail?
God forbid. Let's say, God forbid this happens. I just don't want this to happen. It's too soon.
Touch wood. Knock on wood, Taker. Knock on wood.
That Ronda wins the title from Nia.
Okay. Okay. Go on.
Natalia's got the case.
Mm-hmm. And Natalia cashes in on Ronda.
Natalia tries to cash in on Ronda.
And
fails.
Mm-hmm.
Then what's the payoff? What's the big payoff? Making Ronda Rousey look stronger because she beat Natalia?
Exactly.
Well, I think if it kind of sets itself up for a long-term feud that Ronda kind of needs a veteran to deal with.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, this match with Nia, it better be quick.
It's got to be.
It can't go more than 5 minutes, because if it goes anything longer than that, it's going to look like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and right now Ronda's the attraction. I think she'll eventually be able to put on longer matches, but at this point, people just want to see her go out there and rip someone's arm out of their socket.
Oh, of course.
She is too green right now to have the title.
And she's lucky to have, the background and the following to where she doesn't have to build up a character.
Yeah, and the people behind her to help her build the character. Mm-hmm. So, in a sense, yeah. Okay. But then again, let me backtrack again on this statement. Natalya already has a gold watch. If you want to create the whole make Ronda look strong storyline with Natalya holding the Money in the Bank briefcase, cashing it in, and then subsequently failing, that's a roundabout way of doing it. But then again, I'm speaking to WWE, who doesn't really do things the straightforward way. It's going to be the dull roundabout way again. So
maybe.
Yeah. So with that, okay, Sasha Banks, logical, understandable, acceptable. But then again, you have the case where, okay, who's the more deserving of it? Who's the most deserving of it all? Yeah, I would definitely say hands down Becky Lynch. She got shafted for close to 2 years now.
Yes, she has.
And thank God they're trying to build her to make her look strong, leading up to Money in the Bank. So hopefully she does that, and hopefully that would create some man squealing cries of pleasure and joy and happiness from someone we know.
Oh my God.
Someone we know. Becky Lynch has the Money in the Bank title. Becky got bank again. And then somehow MDS has to change his Twitter handle again. Becky got bank 666 again. Fucking long. I don't want to do that. But on a more serious note, this will mark just the second year WWE has put on a women's Money in the Bank ladder match. The first time out, WWE fucked shit up. Pardon my French, they fucked shit up. It's by introducing James Ellsworth into the
You had to bring up Turtle Face.
Yeah, I had to bring up Turtle because I know. Yeah, because
I haven't heard that one yet.
Yeah,
you had to bring up the turtle. Okay.
Big hog.
Here is the rumor that's out there.
And I figure I know this rumor because I think I know what you're going to say.
Go ahead.
But go ahead.
There are rumors out there, and it's on Rumor Roundup today, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
That James Ellsworth is going to come back and somehow get involved in the match with Asuka and Carmella to have Carmella keep the title.
Yeah. And I believe he canceled an appearance tomorrow.
No. God, please. No, please, no.
That one? Oh.
No, we don't need
Taker.
We don't need him being walked around on a goddamn dog collar with a leash again.
Taker.
No.
Taker.
What?
That's not just the only rumor that James Ellsworth is getting traction. You want to hear the other worst thing?
What?
James Ellsworth may be fated to influence the Money in the Bank ladder match again.
For who now?
I don't see that they do that again. I just cannot imagine after the backlash last time that they would.
Who knows? Because here's the thing.
I could see him turning on Carmella, and because
who knows? The way he dumped her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. A credible source has confirmed that James Ellsworth himself is going to be at the WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view in Chicago.
Well, he did. He canceled an appearance, I believe, in Japan.
He did.
China.
Okay.
China. Yeah, he did. And I think
almost made a bad joke, but I didn't.
I think it was PW Insider. They confirmed that he's going to be in Chicago. He's going to be in the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, he is. That much I'd heard.
Yeah. So he might have an influence on either the Money in the Bank match itself or something else in some sort of capacity. But who knows? You have to see. So, of course, I can't.
Oh, I just had a disgusting thought. Oh my God!
A disgusting epiphany. What is it?
Yes. He helps Becky get the
no.
No. Wait a minute. Think about it for a second.
No.
Think about it. Think about it.
Okay.
You're talking logical. You're talking logical here. You're talking logic here. Weren't you MDS?
Okay.
Yeah. Who cost Becky the case twice last year?
Ellsworth.
Exactly. Connect the dots from that point, guys.
But Takers.
That's some long-term storytelling. You're giving a lot of credit to them, too.
I'm just going to say, are you going to let WWE give positive credit to storyline? This is WWE creative we're talking about here.
Let me put it this way. It's something I wouldn't put past them.
And instantly turn Becky heel with that kind of thing. Okay.
Boy, I just imagine the heat she would have.
And then he helps her beat Carmella in the same night. That would be...
Yeah. Why not? I mean, that would be...
Logical side of me says that, okay, it can happen. All the logical narratives are accurate. It's just
Becky and James do have chemistry. I mean, they freaking wrestled a match together, which I never thought I'd see on WWE TV.
Yes,
and she destroyed his ass.
Yeah,
she destroyed his ass. And I don't know, maybe James Ellsworth is so a masochist in his own right. I don't want to continue the train of thought that I have right now.
Not with a big hog. He doesn't need to be.
No. Let me just stop myself there. I'm not going to continue that train of thought. James Ellsworth is a masochist. He has great chemistry with Becky Lynch. I'm going to stop right there. No, just no more. But, I mean, on a serious note, I think WWE doesn't need to get cute with their booking this time around. If you want it to be either Sasha Banks or Becky Lynch, do it the proper, correct way. You don't have to have someone like James Ellsworth coming up there. Okay, I grabbed the Money in the Bank briefcase and handed it over to Carmella. We're spoiling the whole thing in and all of itself. So don't need to get cute. Don't need to get creative with their kind of booking decision for the women's Money in the Bank.
And that's kind of what I'm afraid of, is some kind of wild card. Like for me, I am almost imagine Ember Moon winning just for them, throwing that wrinkle in. Everyone expects this to happen.
A good wrinkle would be Ember Moon. I agree. A good wrinkle would be Ember Moon. A bad wrinkle? You want to have a bad wrinkle? You really want to know what a bad wrinkle is?
Oh my god! I think we all know.
Lana.
Yeah. And I think Ember Moon is marketable. There's something.
Ember Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they wanted to give her a little boost, that's something that they could do.
Here's the thing. In my own personal view, in my personal opinion, anyways, Ember Moon herself, she's the cloned version of Sasha Banks in a way.
Yeah.
In a way. So I know it's far off.
With the best finisher in the women's division, but
with the best finisher in the women's division.
I'm looking forward to some, or at least one off the ladder, maybe on two people. That's what I would like to see.
Maybe in two.
What's that?
Eclipses off from a ladder on two people.
I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That would be eye catching.
She's done a double eclipse already. She did
I thought so. Mm-hmm.
She does.
She did it in NXT, to believe it or not, the iconic duo.
Mm-hmm. On the iconic duo itself, themselves.
The Iconics.
The Iconics. The Iconics. The Iconics. The Iconics. The Iconics. It's like Aaron.
Manufactured by Apple. Iconics.
Iconics.
Okay. That's so different than Aaron.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't follow NFL, too bad. That's a joke.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who cut that joke.
Me too. I know. I've seen the clip. Oh, it's so funny.
It's a black dude. That much I know. Yep.
I can't.
Aaron. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers, folks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course, Aaron Rodgers. And I seem to remember Aaron Rodgers because Taker told me a lot about this. So yeah. But anyway, okay. Quick close on the men's and the women's Money in the Bank. Who do you think will win?
Becky.
Okay. Angel.
Who do I think will win? I would put my money, like I said, on Ember Moon. Actually, I think she's the wild card.
Okay. Brilliant. And the men's Taker.
Yeah. Oh, as much as I hate to say this.
Uh-oh, I think we know what's coming.
Big bucket incoming.
Miss.
Sure. I mean, Miz is more likely option.
The last year to 18 months, he's been on fire.
Yes.
And the thing that even made it funny is, he took the case this weekend. What was it? There wasn't no contract in there.
No, it wasn't.
What was in it? What was in it, ladies and gentlemen? Pancakes. Pancakes.
Pancakes.
From IHOB.
From IHOP, of course.
No, IHOB.
Oh, IHOP.
International House of Burgers now.
National House of Burgers, great. I mean, I'd say Samoa Joe first, Miz probably second. Who knows? Yeah.
As much as I want Rusev to win, and I think he'd be the popular, I think the crowd would go crazy.
He would be a popular vote, yeah.
I have to go with Samoa Joe, too. I think as a story vehicle, he just would knock it out of the park with that.
Yeah.
Because he's just he's almost like an assassin, and then looks like his sniper briefcase, like his sniper gun. So,
like I said, that man can kill you with just a glare.
Okay, the question I have is this for everybody. Everybody in chat. The over-under of moonsaults Charlotte's going to do off the ladder.
The over-under, huh?
How many moonsaults do you guys think she's going to do off the ladder? I see at least 2.
I think 2. One of them from the ladder to the outside of the ring, I think.
I'm going to say 3. 2 of them on the turnbuckle, 1 of them on the ladder. So I'd say how are we going to put this? So I can't figure it out. Okay, here's the thing.
Well, they're going to pull out that huge, really long ladder. So she'll probably
20 foot tall, the 20 foot
tall ladder. I'd say okay. Under 7, over 7, I think.
Over 7?
No, I meant that. Okay,
I was gonna say.
No, holy shit!
I'm not. The whole match, they're doing moonsaults.
No. I'm not gonna say each moonsault on one person. No. Can't be that fair. No, can't be that. Probably
she's
just
gonna take out a whole group. I'm sure.
Probably just 3.
Now that makes more sense.
Probably just 3.
Biff's calling for 1.
Yeah, Biff's calling for 1. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so we have
Smackdown Women's Championship.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go there first. Okay.
Yeah, go there first.
Get it over with.
Taker's goddess himself, the one who can kick ass, chew bubblegum, and still smile while again kicking your face in. Asuka.
But she's out of gum.
She's here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and she's out of gum. She's out of bubblegum.
She's out of bubblegum, and
the problem is this.
Okay.
Who got the submission, and who did she get the submission on Tuesday night?
Oh.
Asuka submitted Carmella with the Asuka lock.
Yep.
Based on past experiences with WWE and their lovely 50-50 booking, tells us Asuka's going to lose in the match. Or she's going to win because James Ellsworth shows up and interferes.
Just to spoil Carmella's parade.
But she's not going to get the title.
Yeah.
Or just spoil the whole Carmella thing and just, okay, I'll give Asuka the title. Could be. Could be. Because
possible.
Yeah, because here's the thing though. On one side of the coin, Asuka going over Carmella almost certainly solidifies a successful defense for the Princess of Staten Island on Sunday. And number 2, the women's ladder match has,
and that will solidify her. I'm twice as good as Asuka because Charlotte beat Asuka. I beat Charlotte twice. Therefore, I'm twice as good as Asuka.
Oh God.
That sounds like Steiner math to me.
Oh Lord.
If you got it, a 77, 203% chance of winning.
That sounds like Steiner math to me.
The Steiner math is overwhelming on this one. I mean, number two. I forgot to say this. The whole Money in the Bank the women's Money in the Bank match is so open because it's still clouded in a mystery. I mean, sure, I said that Sasha Banks is the logical choice to win, and Becky Lynch is the emotional one to win.
But then I threw Ellsworth into the mix.
Yeah, and it's going to be a muck. I can't figure out who.
If that happens, it'll muck the whole thing up.
Yeah,
you'll see Charlotte completely fall apart.
Oh, of course.
On Monday or on Tuesday, they'll be in the back, and she's like, and Charlotte will be like, "How can you let that little slime ball?"
No, they're gonna be backstage sipping tea, and then suddenly just tosses teacups all over the place, and tea leaves are flying. How can you do this? Because it's quality, damn it.
It'll be great to see.
It could be.
It'll turn around and solidify Charlotte as a face, which she sorely needs. I don't care. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I've said it in many of the threads. The logical choice is to turn Charlotte the heel here. But damn it, don't you think that Charlotte wants to get out from under the shadow of her father?
Of course she does.
Okay, then what's the best way for her to do it? Stay a face.
Yeah.
Stay a face.
If any heel tactic she uses, it's always going to be, she learned that from Ric Flair.
Yep.
Because he did it all. He created it all almost.
And thank God, thank the fucking God. Thank the God himself that Charlotte never picked up the whole Ric Flair. I got punched and keels over. I'm okay.
I love the flop. What are you talking? She did it once.
She did it once. She did it once. Not a lot of times like Ric Flair.
Only he can do the flop.
Yeah, but only Ric Flair can do the flop.
Yeah. I like when he actually acts like he's about to punch him and then just goes face first.
When Rick does the flop, when Rick did the flop, that was some of the greatest selling.
Yeah,
you would ever see. He'd be 1, 2, 3. Poof.
Yeah,
I'm okay. Okay.
He's the king of the flop and the king of never hitting a move off the top rope.
Yes,
he'd run up and then he'd get power slammed off.
Yeah,
he will never spot.
He never does fly off the turnbuckle, only by without assistance. Without assistance.
Although he did take a suplex off of a ladder.
Without assistance.
No, with assistance. He took a suplex off the ladder from he's on SmackDown now. The gold standard guy. What the hell is his name?
Shelton Benjamin.
He took one from Shelton Benjamin.
Ah, okay.
Off of a ladder. Off a 16-foot ladder.
Ah, okay.
And he flat-backed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
He had no choice in the matter.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Fine. Fair enough. Okay, so back to the biggest question. Who's going to win? Because some people are saying that, okay, Asuka wins by disqualification, letting Carmella retain.
Yep.
After assistance from James Ellsworth. Is that the likely scenario that we're seeing right now?
I think that's likely. And I think
that's likely, too.
They pull the card out of the well. They end up moving towards another title match where the DQ will change the title will change hands on a disqualification.
All right.
I think if that
no. What we'll see is if Ellsworth aligns with Carmella, we'll see Ellsworth in a shark cage.
Oh, no more cages.
No more cages, please.
Put him in the shark cage above the ring.
All cages have been devalued.
Taker, it worked for Fizz. It worked for Fizz's independent wrestling promotion that he watched. It worked for that. It doesn't work for WWE. Please, no more shark cages.
It worked for AOP with Paul Ellering on NXT.
It doesn't work.
Man, AOP is another story that we might have to bring up later.
Yeah, immigration visa issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ah, goodness. But okay. Asuka might win the match, but not get the title.
Right.
That would really open up. That would really open up the whole women's Money in the Bank match. Because that means, okay, if Carmella wins it, then that means there's only one side that's gonna win the Money in the Bank ladder match, and that's on SmackDown. That's on SmackDown. There's that. So the other women's championship title, Nia Jax versus Ronda Rousey. The moment you've both been waiting for.
I love Ronda Rousey, but it's too soon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how they get out
too.
Mm-hmm. I don't see how they get out of this.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a change.
As much as I love both women, as much as I suddenly am liking Nia Jax and loving Ronda Rousey's appearance on WWE, WWE, you really screwed the pooch on this one. You put yourself in a really no-win booking situation.
Yep. All because they didn't want her in the ladder match. So
all because you didn't want her.
That's all because they didn't want her in the ladder match. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't they? They had a perfectly set up feud starting with Mickie James.
That would be
that would have been the perfect match for her.
Yeah. If Natalia's going to be in there, then you have the other veteran that is going to show you the ropes. Which is why Mickie James is there, which I wish she had a little bit better luck, but we know why she's there right now. It's to help these younger women.
This match, it can't last more than 5 minutes. It can't.
Number one. And number two, here's the conundrum, and here's the split that you guys are going to talk about. If Nia Jax wins, Rousey would have lost her first singles match, which will ruin her aura from the get-go.
Yeah.
Because she's been billed as, and I hate to bring up Mike Tyson again, but I hate to bring up Mike Tyson's quote, but she's now the baddest woman on the planet. So going 0-1 on one-on-one bouts, you're not the baddest woman on the planet from the get-go.
Well,
no.
I could see her. I could see this. Now, this is an idea. And this could make her, well, no, this will turn her heel, so this won't work. Shit.
Good.
Have her, lock the armbar on her, have her win the match, but then refuse to break the armbar and get disqualified.
Oh, the old Ken Shamrock?
The old Ken Shamrock. It could work a little bit, but that means Rousey.
I just don't see
that means Rousey. That means Rousey wins, even with the
feud isn't even broiled enough. I don't think for that kind of anger.
I agree with Angel. Yeah, I agree with Angel.
That's the problem with that thought. At least
if Rousey wins,
there's not enough hatred.
Yeah. I think the most underlying thing, if Rousey wins, because there's not much time spent on building that kind of feud. Because she will win the title too easily, too early, for that matter.
She's not ready for it.
She's not ready for it in the sense that the timing is out. She's not ready in the sense that the feud of the storyline feud isn't really cooked to perfection in a sense. If I want to say that.
Hasn't got the right seasoning yet. Yes.
I mean,
sure. they just took the brisket out of the freezer and they're defrosting it right now.
Now you're starting to make me hungry.
Well, shit.
They took out the
smoker going.
Yeah, they took out the marinated steak or even marinated T-bone. Just forgot to properly.
Porterhouse, no.
Yeah, Porterhouse, no. But on a more non-food related note, at least WWE played up Jax's experience advantage, because the whole thing is that the whole over under on this is that Jax is taunting Rousey, saying that she can do things to her she's never seen in the octagon. That's the threat that Nia Jax is supposedly being put on against Ronda Rousey.
She already took a quote unquote headbutt from her. Ronda did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it knocked her down, but what happened in the end?
She got caught in an armbar.
Mm-hmm.
She got caught in a Saskatchewan spinning nerve hold.
Yeah, I was going to say move number 1.
Room number 5.
Yeah.
Hold number 5, Saskatchewan spinning nerve hold.
But like I said, WWE's put in a corner with this booking decision. Which one will they go with? Don't know. Don't care. Because there's not much time to be invested in this.
No.
Nope.
As much as
she just isn't ready.
This is one of those matches of. This is one of those matches where you're sitting there looking at WWE going,
"What could have been?"
No, what the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah, and what could have been if this was seasoned better, put a little bit salt and pepper on it, cooked to about an hour or so. I cooked about an hour or so more.
No. Smoked for about 8 hours where it just falls apart.
That's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario.
No. If it's cooked for 7 to 8 hours and falls apart, it's going to actually be good.
Well, if this match goes 7 or 8 hours, I think they're done for. But.
Yeah, we are not, you know.
No, if this match goes to 7 and 8 hours, all of us will have a good amount of steak to even eat. We're going to say, it's...
Ronda's just too green to carry the division.
Yeah.
Even though Nia isn't even doing it. It's all about the Money in the Bank right now. The championship is a second fiddle.
I think this is just
at the moment. And then you're going to have people saying, and I've already seen it, and I'm like, God damn it, people. And Angel, you know exactly where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say they put the title on her. Now she's going to be just like Brock Lesnar, not defending on TV, and not being on TV every week, and not defending at every pay-per-view. I've already seen that shit, and I'm like, people, stop. Just stop. For Christ's sake. I don't understand all the hate.
Yeah. And when she's not there, she's at the Performance Center. Or
exactly.
She's not, up in Minnesota training for UFC. She's
not up.
She's trying to better herself. And for what people say, at least from the rumors or whatever, she has incredible work ethic. So she's really...
She's probably the first one in the gym in the morning and the last one to leave at night.
Yeah.
Because she wants this so bad.
Yeah.
And you could tell, even if they try and make her a badass, you could still see that she's happy when she's out there.
Oh, no, she's totally having a ball when she's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, Ronda took
is contagious.
Ronda took the wrestling business like a fish in water.
Yes.
Easily. Flat out.
She's probably
enjoying herself. She's actually putting the time to actually better her craft in wrestling.
Mm-hmm. So it's like Kurt Angle again.
Yeah. So what's the deal with hating on Ronda Rousey again? I mean, I hate to go down this. I hate to segue on this route, but people aren't satisfied with what they got.
No, they're not.
They're gonna nitpick. They're gonna nitpick
everything.
Yeah. Yeah, she's good. Yeah, she's good in ring. Yeah, she looks like a badass. She's new. She's still in UFC. Oh God, please. Just enjoy Ronda Rousey for what she is.
Yeah. All that said, I still think it's too early for her to have the championship.
Oh, and the rumor and the rumor about this contract being only 1 year is bullshit. She signed a 4-year contract.
You can't trust anything Ric Flair says. Come on now. Haven't we learned this over the last how many years? Definitely 30 years of my life. You don't trust Ric Flair. Just trust Sting.
As much as we respect Ric Flair, he's one shit stirrer sometimes. He is one heck of a shit stirrer once in a while.
God almighty. I mean, Jesus Christ. I am just so tired. And I know what it has to do with. I know why there's so much hate on Ronda.
I know, because
it's because she was in the UFC.
Yeah, number one, and number two, they're fearing that everything's the worst, and she's gonna end up just like Brock Lesnar in a way.
And here's the funny part. I mentioned this the other night. I brought this up the other night because someone was bitching about Brock Lesnar and him not being around. And I said, you don't remember him from the first run he had, do you? Where he spent 2.5 years in OVW before he came to the main roster.
Yeah.
And when I brought that up, that person that was running his mouth, shut up.
He had some phenomenal, and he was on the SmackDown side where
class that came out of OVW out of that group.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
John Cena, Dave Batista, Brock Lesnar,
Randy Orton.
There's 4 big superstars.
Yes.
4.
Mm-hmm.
And all 4 of them are still on the roster today.
All of them at that point were future champions. All of those 4 men.
All of them Hall of Famers.
All of them have held titles.
Yeah. All of them are potential Hall of Famers. If
some of them worldwide international superstars like John Cena and Batista.
Some of them had crossover appeal in both John Cena and
exactly,
and Brock Lesnar to an extent as well. So.
And Brock Lesnar is known worldwide because of the UFC, and Randy Orton.
Randy Orton's been in movies too, and he's known worldwide.
Well, and the whole RKO out of nowhere was a huge.
The funny thing about it is that people don't forget. People forget, and this came up last week. Randy Orton was not the first one to do the RKO in his family.
No.
Bob Jr. was 15 years before Randy came into WWE.
The cowboy cutter.
The cowboy did it first.
It's the cowboy cutter.
I'm always partial to the diamond cutter, but I know it wasn't first, but I always loved it. I thought Dallas Page did it the best.
The RKO is a more, I think it's a more theatrical version of the cutter.
Definitely.
It's like how you say the people elbow is a more theatrical version of an elbow drop.
Yep.
Yeah. It's similar in the sense of that matter. But
and Hogan's leg drop.
That's just a leg drop with theatrics. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the best word I was looking for. Leg drop.
Same thing with the bionic elbow. It's nothing but an elbow to someone's head.
Yep.
Theatrics.
With a pop and fly, yeah.
But I'm not knocking Dusty. Not giving Dusty bad. Not throwing shade on Dusty.
Of course not. He made it work. He made that bionic elbow work. So
yes, he did.
Yep. He made everything work, of course. And he made everything work. So it's okay.
Okay. So he made polka dots work too. So
yeah.
Oh God.
Yellow polka dots at that.
Yellow polka dots too. But anyway, I digress. Off away with Carmella Asuka. Off away with Nia Jax, Ronda Rousey. We have last man standing match: AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
That is going to be a good match if they're allowed. If they're one, given time, and two, allowed to do what they know they can do.
That is the key.
Yeah, because
it doesn't need to be color, but there should be a certain level of brutality, because that's
Because here's the thing: the major point in that I see on this is that the finish itself, hopefully, it's going to be all end all, decisive, ends it, done. Because he had double count. These two had double countouts at the Greatest Royal Rumble. No contest at Backlash. Are you expecting they're going to do the Dusty finish for the third time?
It's just when you have a last man standing match, that's supposed to be it.
That's going to be it.
Yep.
Just who will be the last man standing? Unless they go ifs or ergo factor in the way of Shawn Michaels versus Triple H, which left them bloody and then up to a double count out again. Which I hardly find it be the case on AJ Styles versus Nakamura, even though they could do it. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, but they already did it. They did the double count out already.
Yeah, so it's going to be decisive. Who wins, win. Who wins, win.
That said, I still think AJ Styles is going to win. I don't know. I just don't. I don't see Nakamura as the champion yet. I don't know why. I love Nakamura. I think he's got value, but
he's got value. He has flipped the script on all of this ever since
he desperately needed the heel turn. He needed it so bad.
ever since he turned heel and went all chaos and
he was starting to get the Bobby Roode treatment where it's just all the entrance. That's all this guy is.
Yeah, true.
And he turned that around right on its head. He got rid of the music.
I always say that when Nakamura flipped heel and turned to chaos Nakamura. That's the part where he actually delivered another dimension to his character. He can actually be a heel. If you guys aren't watching NJPW, he already has been a heel.
Yeah.
A very, very vicious one too.
He was. I did see that. Because I did take your advice. Looked up on YouTube some old chaos Nakamura stuff, and it's like, ooh, This is cool.
Yeah.
Where he has he actually had a quote unquote stripper wrapped around his neck like a mink.
That's the other side of the King of Strong Style for NJPW. That's the other side of it. He knows he's badass. He knows he's strong. He still plays with you, but all of a sudden, bang! That one Bomaye to the head.
Yep.
Out you go. But okay, back to this one. Sure, technically speaking, Nakamura has gone down the road of throwing low blows ever since he lost his Styles at WrestleMania. But doesn't that
in the last man standing match is going to be perfectly legal?
Yep, perfectly legal.
Yep.
I mean, okay. Good question. What's the over under on Nakamura dishing out low blows at this one?
5.
Man,
I am so thankful that AJ Styles has already
AJ Styles is smart enough and wears a steel cup.
That's what I was going to say. He's going to totally put a cup on.
For that one alone, I think. And I am so glad that AJ Styles already has kids, unless he wants kids at this point in stage in the life. Oh, one low blow. Ouch. Population down 10,000.
Jesus.
Well, you know there's going to be a spot.
We can still have a double 10 count where both of them don't make the count.
Like I said, go down the route.
They already did it though, but
yeah, they already did it. Yeah, like I said, going down the route of Triple H versus Shawn Michaels, where both of them were bloodied, and then double count out. But they already did that.
Batista and somebody in the last man standing match where both of them were counted. I can't remember which one though. Who else it was? This wouldn't be the first time that a double 10 count on a last man standing match has happened.
Yeah, true. But then again, on the AJ Styles Nakamura history, they already did that. Back on what was it again? Back on the Great Royal Rumble. No, GRR.
Oh, it was okay. That's right.
Backlash, it was a no contest because the match hasn't really gotten started, and AJ Styles got whooped. So I know technically, basically he got whooped. Detailed, he got his balls crushed again. So yeah, that's the no contest. Done. I mean,
they're going to do the spot where they both do it at the same time and go down.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Unless Nakamura is the one wearing the cup and not AJ.
Yeah,
which would be funnier. Which would be funnier than shit.
Which would be smart. I mean,
well, he'd probably sell it and then nip up, be like, "Ha, I was faking." Yep.
I was faking. Could be. I mean, okay, sure. That
would be a Nakamura chaos move.
That would be it. I mean, I can't deny this. I think both of you will agree on this one. Nakamura has become a more entertaining version of himself now.
Yes.
And if I am going to, it had to happen. Number one. Number two, it's like he's the kind of bully who smiles at you once he took you out and you were on the ground. He's that kind of character now. Because like you said, like all of you said, his extra painful new weapon is going to come into play. And if the over-under is correct, he's going to use it 5 times. Poor AJ Styles, unless he wears a cup. So my worry is that my only nitpick to this is that these two guys have yet to create the whole classic that we know they're capable of. I mean, I know on one end of the fact, I accept the fact that they're not going to create Wrestle Kingdom 10 or Wrestle Kingdom 11, if I'm not mistaken, for both of their matches. Styles versus Nakamura back in NJPW. You're not going to do that again. But the possibility of...
I mean, it's 2 different styles. So, and that's AJ has proven that he can move to the WWE style and really put on a phenomenal match. We haven't seen it.
Yeah, we haven't seen it. That's
Nakamura since his first match, which I think against Sami Zayn was a fantastic.
That is fantastic. That is beautiful. Back in NXT.
Yep.
That's the other side of the coin of my nitpicking. I know that he can do that. I know he can go to WWE, adapt to their style, and do a fantastic match. He already proved that. Nakamura versus Zayn on NXT Takeover.
Yeah. I mean, that was a match. I said I could watch forever.
Yeah.
Hell, the fans were saying fight forever because
when you were watching that match, you were like, "This is a star right here."
Yeah. Yeah, and after that, it was like, when he came up to the main roster, he's he's been so restricted as to what the hell he can do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't understand it.
I mean, I don't either because of the way WWE is booking the whole thing around. But okay, we just lost.
Somebody just disappeared.
Yeah, we just lost Angel. It's okay. We'll wait. But I think my own worry is that no, it's not worry actually. It's hope actually because these two when matched up and doing their own personal rivalry again and again, the whole thing got better with time. The whole bout got better with time, and hopefully with the last man standing, they could produce the best match that they can have with each other. So, on that sense, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, my decision is that okay. I can't see Nakamura winning because they need to make AJ Styles look strong again. So,
sorry, just bumping in. You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
What happened before? Angel.
There we go. What's up?
Okay.
So what happened? What happened just a little bit ago?
I don't know. I said I was removed from the call. I thought one of you just gave me a Nakamura.
I didn't low blow anybody.
We're done with him. Low blow.
I didn't Kinshasa anyone. So
yeah.
I don't know who removed you, as I sure the hell didn't. Unless I did something by accident. I don't know.
Yeah. I think he just dropped off. I think.
Yeah.
So we'll stick to that.
Yeah.
Oh, there is an eject here, but I might have inadvertently touched it.
It's
not something I would do on purpose. Let's put it that
way. Shame.
Well, your Grand Diva is back. So
Grand Diva is back. Okay.
Oh,
Grand Diva, Christ. you are gonna have fun with this one. We have. Okay, probably we'll leave this one. Probably we'll leave this one on a quick note. Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal.
Why are they killing Roman Reigns so bad?
Dumpster fire.
Hell no, not dumpster fire. Sacramento tire fire.
Sacramento tire fire?
Yes.
God.
Angel, you remember it after the 90s. That thing went on for what? 6
absolutely.
months? Yeah. That thing lasted 6 months?
Oh, man.
Oh, goodness.
A lightning strike set a, I would say, the pile they said was what, 50 foot high and 100 foot across of tires. And a lightning strike.
It was insane.
A lightning strike hit the pile of tires and set them on fire. It burned for 6 months.
Yep. Where I grew up is actually closer to Sacramento than it is to San Francisco.
I was living in Roseville at the time.
And yeah, so you really had it then.
That's what this is a Sacramento tire fire.
Well, I got.
Why do I get the stinking feeling that Jinder's going over?
Please don't say that because I already got a Twitter notification.
Sunil Singh.
I already got a good Twitter notification. The disappointment is high on this match.
From whom?
Our good friend Madeline Lenoir.
Yeah, she's not talking to me. I don't know what I said or did.
Oh no.
Oh Lord.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I should. I don't know. I feel like I should watch and see about this match because there's something so morbidly entertaining about this one.
Well, this might be your, in George's words, the Thai food run match.
Oh, this is it's a good opportunity for Roman Reigns to prove all the work he's done on his in-ring because he's been working with superstars like in the main event. that, and that's his matches have all been great since everyone was like he can't wrestle, but he can. And now he's got to go up.
Jesus
now
Christ,
he's got to go against Jinder Mahal. So he's got to show everyone that I'm just gonna carry this whole match this time. It's gonna be me.
Yeah.
But isn't he the one that made Braun?
Exactly.
That's true. He did make Braun.
Exactly.
Yeah, he made Braun into what he is.
Yeah.
And yet the IWC, that's the Internet Wrestling Community people. For those of you that don't know, think that Roman Reigns sucks, can't wrestle, 5 moves of doom, blah blah blah, all that horseshit.
Okay.
All the same things they've said about John Cena.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's right or fair, but that's just me.
I only bought into that briefly during the WrestleMania 31 build up. And then the main event he had with Brock Lesnar sold me on that match alone.
He was selling his ass off.
Yeah, it was. And just the whole story they told.
And he got a solid match out of Brock Lesnar.
It was so good. Yep.
He got a solid match out of Brock Lesnar, who was not there to work.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay. I think I'll veer to the side of Angel for that one. I think that's the most I can get out of this match. This is a chance for Roman Reigns to put in the work that he's famous for doing multiple times with Braun Strowman, with Brock Lesnar as well. I mean, it's a chance to prove. It's a chance to showcase his abilities again, because, or just to build himself back up again. I mean, that's the only positive spin that I can throw about it, because this is a chance for him to reset and just wrestle, just put on a show, because he's talented. That is undoubted. That is unarguable. He's putting the work that he should be putting. He's a company man. He knows what his role is in the company itself.
Mm-hmm.
And even though his placement has been screwed by how WWE Creative is booking Roman Reigns, he's still a top guy in the company.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
So, on that note,
now, I can tell you right now,
mm-hmm.
there are people out there that are listening to this and they're cringing at that statement. How the hell can he be a top guy? He can't wrestle. He can't. You're still going to have those arguments,
of course. And again, they are well earned to their opinions, as much as I am entitled to my own opinions, because and all that.
Yeah.
Again, it's just opinions. I think that he's a good guy. I think that he's a good wrestler. Roman Reigns is a good wrestler. Because if he isn't a good wrestler, why is he in WWE?
Yeah, and why is he getting reactions at all?
Yeah,
exactly.
People are invested in him whether they like him or hate him. They're invested, and I know that's the same thing that beating a dead horse with that take. But
well, what's the one thing that Vince always says? Any reaction is a good reaction.
Yeah,
positive or negative.
If you walk out there and it's stone cold silent, then something's wrong.
A problem.
That's something terrible. That is terrible. If the crowd isn't really reacting to you, to just, what the fuck are you doing up in the ramp? Then you have done something wrong with that character.
What they ought to do with Roman is, this is something I just thought of, and it's kind of, you're gonna.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Okay.
There's someone on the NXT roster right now who does not have any music at all. That's Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh, okay. The Blackheart himself.
Okay. That was one of the greatest takeaways from that first Takeover match.
Yeah.
Them making that decision to not give him music.
Do the same thing with Roman.
Yeah, that was such a great booking move. I got to give it to them for that. Just do
the same thing with Roman, or change his music.
What?
I agree that it at least has to be changed.
Okay.
And get rid of the vest. I just cannot. That's one of the things. I can't deal with it. It's too D'Lo Brown for me.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't mind the whole vest thing. It's just that, he needs to have a new direction, or just tweak a little bit of the character. in a sense, but he's okay. He's good. I'm not complaining when he's. I'm not whining or complaining about how his body of work in ring is when Roman Reigns is in my TV screen.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the issue that I have. The issue I have is that, well, he's been booked. Number one, he's been poorly booked. To put it politely, he's been poorly booked.
Yeah, they should have put the title on him, whether it was WrestleMania or Royal Rumble. It had to.
Well, Biff brings up something. He goes, he's not had very good matches this year. He's not his in ring is not as good as it says his match quality.
Well, he can't do anything right.
His match quality on pay-per-views has dropped. Gee, I wonder why. When you're being told that we're going to put the title on and we're going to do that, we're going to do that, and you get to the damn pay-per-view, nope, we've had a change of heart. Why should he put out a goddamn 4-star match or a 5-star match when he's getting screwed over by his own creative and Vince himself? When Vince is probably telling him, yeah, we're going to get the title on you all the way up to the day of, and then they're saying, nope, we've had a change of creative. That's bullshit.
I don't know whether the whole thing is the whole result of the match card is revealed to it at the last minute or probably a day before. We don't really know that. So, but yeah, I could see that point too. But if the general consensus that okay, you're gonna win the title, and it suddenly flip, no, you're not gonna win the title.
Yeah.
I can see
it's just got to be hard in general to work with Brock. I mean, for him,
of course.
I mean, he's a phenomenal athlete, and when he wants to bring it, he can bring it. But it's hard for him to get to that point where he wants to, put on a show.
Well, that's not
just go around and do his thing. He did with AJ. That match was amazing.
Okay,
but
that one it's more the fact that it's tricky to work with Brock Lesnar in any sense of the word because he's number one, he's a freak of a man. How can a regular sized person how can someone in the mold of Roman Reigns or someone in the mold of AJ Styles try and work it? AJ Styles worked it. He did it effectively. Roman has to think about it the other way around. He has to think of more creative ways to how can I work with Brock and look good, make both of us look good doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because as much as a huge talent, as much of a huge draw that Brock Lesnar is, he's no in-ring general. He's not the one who's going to be leading the match.
No, because he doesn't know how.
No. Well, I wouldn't go that far because he's done it.
Yeah, but he's done it. He's done it
during his first run. But
when he does it, the matches are shit. Every one of the matches, you can tell when it's him leading because it's shit. He gets all his stuff in, and the opponent gets nothing. It's the truth. The opponent he has gets nothing. Brock has to get all his shit in. But
I wasn't talking his current run. I'm talking his previous
run, I think. So.
Early 2000 run.
Okay.
Same thing.
But yeah, and of course, sure, why not? But okay, going on this just to quickly close this one up. I mean, again, Taker, I'm going to go on the side of Fizz or on the side of Angel for this one. It's going to be an interesting match to watch. I may enjoy the match.
I'm not expecting much from this match.
But and of course, as probably as expected, Roman Reigns would win the match.
Yeah, if it's anything more than a 5-minute squash match for Roman to go over, the match is going to be shit.
Poor Jinder getting the 5-minute treatment.
He's lucky.
Your former world heavyweight champion.
He's lucky I'm giving him that goddamn much.
Oh my God.
Your former WWE champion on Smackdown side getting a 5-minute match against Roman Reigns.
And getting squashed.
Fine. He gets 5 minutes. I say maybe he gets 10.
If the creator's generous.
Oh, come on. Anyway.
Excuse me, guys.
Okay. And then another match I'm going to touch on. Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass.
Why?
Because I can.
Why is this match happening?
Because Big Cass don't like Daniel Bryan. Big Cass is big. Daniel Bryan is small. Big Cass will squash Daniel Bryan like bug.
He'll give him enough MSG to kill elephant.
Yes.
No buffet here.
No buffet here.
We close. We do dry cleaner now. I take your suits, go have it ready for you Thursday.
I'm sorry. I mean, that's the whole story. Big Cass doesn't like Daniel Bryan. That's it. And Big Cass, and Daniel Bryan has beaten Big Cass once. Now he wants payback. Big Cass no like Daniel Bryan beating me.
Yeah.
Big Cass wants win.
Oh, by the way, we have no disqualification match here tonight between Big Cass, Daniel Bryan.
In your town?
Is it?
Yeah, it's here. We also have a fatal 4-way here tonight.
Oh, interesting.
Samoa Joe,
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, The Miz, and oh god damn it!
What is it again? Open the match card for the house show.
I don't have it.
Ah, damn it!
It's Jeff, Samoa Joe, Matt Hardy, or Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, Miz, because AJ Styles was supposed to be on, and Nakamura.
Oh, okay.
For the U.S. title tonight. It was supposed to have been a no DQ match between Nakamura and Styles tonight. But they changed it 2 weeks out from the show. And miraculously, AJ Styles is a no-show in my town again for the third time in a row. Third time that the WWE has been here. He's been advertised for all three, and he's no-showed.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh. Why? Is there any kind of underlying story about that?
I let you know a couple weeks in advance.
This is the first time they let us know in advance because when I went to see the show February of last year, he was on the card in a fatal 4-way match.
Did he appear?
Which became a triple threat the night I was there because AJ wasn't there.
He did. He no-showed. Okay.
He no-showed the event.
Okay.
Don't know why. He probably had clearance from WWE, but
yeah,
they didn't promote that he was not going to be here. Up until the day I went, they were saying a fatal 4-way with AJ Styles and
He's going to be triple. Okay.
And it turned out to be a triple threat.
Triple threat. Okay.
It was Bray Wyatt, John Cena, and oh shit, I can't remember who the third one was.
Okay.
But yeah. So this is nothing unusual. For some odd reason, he doesn't seem to like my town.
He doesn't seem to like Dubuque.
No, he doesn't.
And the first time I ever saw him was right here in Stockton. Or that's where I saw him. In Stockton, California, which I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's one of the most crime-ridden cities in the U.S.
Okay.
But he made an appearance there. I don't know what's wrong with your city.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe it's the size of the venue.
Could be.
The venue can only hold about 4,000.
See, we have a 10,000, or I don't live in Stockton, but there's a 10,000 seat venue there. So.
Okay. So quick. Okay. As quick as I mentioned it, we're gonna scoot over quickly. Ryan is going over. Cass.
Oh yeah, we were talking about this match, huh?
Yeah, we're talking about this match. Yes, we're talking about this match right now. Brian is going over Cass.
I agree.
Case closed. Full stop.
Yep.
Let's move on.
Yep.
Let's move on I hope probably the last average match that I can say. Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn.
Well, there's a lot of people talking shit about Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Saying he's still shit. He was shit when he left before, and he's shit now, is what I'm hearing.
And I don't get well, some of his title runs in TNA I thought were great. I was watching at that time. About circa, I want to say 2014, 2015.
Mm-hmm.
He was putting on some good shows.
He was.
But he doesn't get to use the spear anymore. Like that was his finisher. And
now he's
worked
sticking.
it.
Yeah, now he's sticking.
He can't because of Roman. So.
Yeah, now he's sticking with the Dominator. So there's that. But again, I think that's more because we're only we're not the audiences haven't really given enough time for for Bobby Lashley to bed back again, to bed into the WWE universe back again. That's what I see, anyways. But then again, you have him shoehorned with the storyline with Lashley's sisters. So I don't know whether the men in drag. So I don't know whether it's I don't know whether to point fingers at Bobby Lashley himself or point fingers at WWE Creative for screwing over Bobby Lashley. So
I see Sami Zayn getting killed.
No, of course. No question about it. Lashley's going over Sami Zayn.
Yep.
I won't deny the whole thing. Just that it's going to be a car wreck of fun times and mashing. So,
yeah.
Because when was the last time we actually seen Sami Zayn hit a haluva kick for a win? Not ever.
Not ever. Even
not
when he was
on the main roster
NXT title.
Anyway.
I was going to say back in NXT he did actually hit a haluva kick for the win.
Yeah, I'm talking about main roster Sami Zayn. When have we seen him hit one? No.
He did. He beat Kevin Owens once during their rivalry. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it was with a haluva kick, but I know he beat him.
Is it with a haluva kick or is it with the Blue Thunder Bomb? I can't really remember which one.
I don't remember.
You're right. Once I'll give him once. Yeah. I think it was.
They gave him a win during that feud. So,
which may or may not happen again. Which the feud may or may not happen again. Regards, because these two alignments are way screwed up more than raw bacon. So there's that.
I have to give it to Sammy though. When he's being a heel like this, I just want.
He's entertaining. He's entertaining.
He really makes me want to talk the shit out of him.
He's a little yappy dog.
Yeah,
he's the best friend of the giant bulldog.
He's the little yappy dog who's the best friend of
It's Spike from Looney Tunes.
Yes.
Spike's the big boy. Yeah. And
oh, you're so big, you're so strong.
You're so big, you're so strong. Why do I remember that? Sami Zayn is this guy. Sami Zayn is this bully who comes to you and say, "Okay, we're going to fight right now, Richard, come, or Kevin, please fight this guy." He's that kind of bully. He won't fight. He won't fight for himself. He's going to go, Kevin.
Why do I get the feeling Kevin's going to interfere somehow?
But still, Bobby Lashley going over Sami Zayn, even with Kevin Owens' interference.
Yeah,
you can't say that much about it. Okay,
Matt, I'm sorry.
No, I do not agree either.
Matt, I'm sorry. Sami Zayn sucks as a face. You want him to be jobber to the stars like someone else we know?
Another red-haired.
I'm not saying names. But her initials are Becky Lynch.
You said it.
Now you're just being mean.
You just said it.
I'm not picking. If I don't pick on
if I don't
pick on Matt at least once during the show, you'll wonder what's wrong.
It's the quota for the show. I don't know why.
I have to do that to him.
Suddenly, it becomes a quota of the show.
Oh man! If he had listened and heard what I was saying earlier about Becky, he really would be pissed.
No kidding.
Goodness. Anyway,
especially Ellsworth helping Becky win the case.
You already said it again.
Had to bring that one back into the perspective.
I had to bring it up. I want to see what Matt has to say about that.
Anyhow, that leaves us with one more match on the card: Seth Rollins versus Elias.
That's a match I'm looking forward to believe.
Yep, the most for me, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Although there are people out there that say that Seth is overrated. Not my words.
They're entitled to that wrong opinion.
Yeah.
Not my words.
Again, Opinions. Yeah, true.
What's the quote? While I vehemently disagree, I will fight to the death your ability to say it.
Yeah. While I may or may not disagree with what you said, I will fight you to the death for your way of saying it, for your freedom of saying it. Voltaire. Yeah,
that's it. I knew it was somewhere around there.
Yeah, it was Voltaire. I know that. But I'm going to enjoy that match. I'm going to enjoy Seth Rollins versus Elias. I don't know why. Probably because Rollins has been awesome as an Intercontinental Champion, has been putting on great matches as of late. Ever since he got the Intercontinental title or gotten into the Intercontinental title picture, he has been on fire.
Yep.
Because the whole thing didn't start with him winning the title.
Burning it down? No,
yeah, he's been burning it down as much as I hate it. It's not the fact that he won the title. It's the fact that he got introduced into the Intercontinental title picture. That fact alone.
Yep, and he's been great with it.
Yeah, he's been great with it. And because of the whole WWE Universal title being non-existent, this is the title that needs to be watched. And I'm happy to say that it's in safe hands with Seth Rollins.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And Elias would bring a good match, bring a good complement to his abilities. Probably even get some licks against Seth Rollins. Elias would, with the guitar and all that. But yeah, again.
Yeah, the one thing that irritates me though about what is Elias's shtick, so to speak. WrestleMania is going to be my greatest and he fails. Every time he talks about having his greatest thing is going to happen. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I think he always fails.
I think he's trying to put on the greatest show ever as a musician. It's just that he didn't realize that you're not a musician, my friend. You're a wrestler.
Yeah.
In all actuality, Elias is very good at playing the guitar. It is
yes.
It is something he is self-taught. So the man has skills.
The man has skills, yeah.
Compared to when he was in NXT, he's obviously been working on it and he really can. He really can. Some of the tunes that he comes out with, it's just like, wow, this is catchy.
The problem is he can't sing a lick.
No, well, that's part of being the heel.
But I think that's the way that he's doing that on purpose.
Yeah, he's doing it on purpose. It's just, like I said, this is stick. He's a musician. He's a wrestler who thinks he's a musician, but he's actually a wrestler, and he didn't really notice it. He wants to put on the best show or the greatest show ever.
Well, he's a drifter. So.
Yeah. But again, I'm not putting past Elias on this one. Seth Rollins going over. He's retaining the whole thing.
I don't know.
Really?
I don't think Elias is ready for that title, that kind of pressure yet, because, excuse me, as was said, with Brock being absent all the goddamn time, the only title that's worth a damn is the IC title right now.
Mm-hmm.
He won't be able to carry it.
Yeah. And we're 2 months from SummerSlam, so
yeah, he can't cut a promo worth a damn.
Who can't? Lesnar?
Elias.
He
tries that, but it sounds forced.
Well, no, it's like his promos are the songs. That's
right. But here's speaking of promos, there is one person on the roster right now that sounds like a goddamn robot when they're cutting a promo.
Who is that?
Big Cass. I am big man. Please.
He always has, though.
He sounds like a freaking robot.
His delivery really
sounds
need to work.
His delivery sounds robotic, and no. You need to get away from that, there, my friend.
Yeah,
the guy's out from the ring. The guy's an articulative man. He's intelligent. He's
very intelligent.
He's very intelligent. Even when he speaks, he sounds intelligent too. Just that I think he has been forced to dumb down on his lingo, so to speak, whenever he holds the script, and that's why he feels awkward with it, because he sounds and that's where he sounds forced, because he can't dumb down on the lingo, because that means you're forcing a smart guy to do something stupid, and
it bugs him.
Yeah, he watches it all.
What they ought to do is they ought to reset him as he starts using the intelligence card on people.
Sure, yeah.
A la someone else in the ye olden days.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Now I remember who. Yes.
The ye olden days of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
The one and only Nick
Bockwinkel.
Nick Bockwinkel, yeah.
Who would use the $10 words and piss people off.
Big words. I don't know what you're saying, but I sure need to be pissed off about what you're saying.
If you're not sure, folks, go into YouTube sometime and just type in Nick Bockwinkel interviews. And you will hear some of the $10 words and $20 words this man uses. And guarantee you, it will piss you off because he's sitting there down talking to you.
If I was the face at that time, I'd say, I don't know what you're talking about, but I sure as hell need to be pissed off on it.
Yep.
Because I don't know what you're talking about. I am pissed off about it.
Mm-hmm. His words and the way he spoke, he's very condescending, and he was always calm. He never raised his voice. He never yelled. And he was just precipitous time that he would say such
precipitous time.
He would say something that would piss you off.
Of course, he's using big words.
You would pay your money to go see get his ass kicked.
He's using big words that you don't understand, and when you don't understand, I'm angry. I don't know. I'm supposed to know what this means. Hey, it's a good thing. But in any case, again, back to the whole Seth Rollins Elias. Nope, no see Elias winning.
Elias. Yes, Biff. Nick Bockwinkel could take a disaster selectivity, make work. It would work in a promo. He could do it. And that's a word that is the
disaster stereo selectivity worked in a promo. Interesting.
I think Elias can come away with it. Only, like Biff said in the chat, I was thinking it too, to free up Seth for a main event run. But with SummerSlam 2 months away, maybe they keep it on him for a little bit longer, and then.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
Until Brock can be around.
Here's the thing, though, Angel. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear them talking about it on commentary.
Mm-hmm.
The IC title used to be the workhorse title.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Still, in the last couple of years, it's been
in the last 18 months, with the run that The Miz had with it,
and then with Seth Rollins.
Now the run with Seth Rollins, the run that Miz had, then the runs that Roman had for 6 weeks. And then the run that the Miz had again, and now this one with Seth Rollins. It is the workhorse title because it's the only title there.
Yep. And it's the main. It's the main event
title right now.
And I mean, I'm looking more forward to this match than the men's Money in the Bank, which is the marquee match of the show.
Yeah, supposedly the marquee match of the show. Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. The Rollins and Elias would be the match of the night. Potential match of the night.
The thing about it is if they open with it, you know what's going to happen. If it is, it'll. What happened to Backlash? We had Rollins. We had Rollins and who?
We had Rollins and who was it again? Freaking.
Because that was match of the night.
Yeah, I know.
The rest of the matches.
It all went downhill from there.
Yeah,
it all went downhill.
All shit matches after that.
Yeah, it all went downhill from there. Okay, I got the card. It was It was Seth Rollins versus The Miz, of course.
And it was a great match.
Yeah, it was great.
It was the match of the night.
It went 20 minutes and 30 seconds of pure, unadulterated, fast-paced, entertaining, high-quality match between the two.
Yeah, that match, and it was so fast-paced, you didn't realize it went 23 minutes. And it wasn't until I saw the numbers that Kane did. Kane Knight, shout out to Kane Knight, the timekeeper of Cageside Seats.
Yep, he does great work. So good shout out there.
And
as a numbers guy, I appreciate
when I saw that number, I was like, "What? Are you shitting me?" It didn't seem that long.
20 minutes, my friend. Yeah, about 20 minutes there.
It didn't seem that long.
Because it was fast. It was quick. See the whole. It was a fast-paced action,
and that's going to be the problem. Unfortunately, that's going to be the problem with Roman and Jinder. It's going to plod along because Jinder cannot work seamlessly.
Well, how am I supposed to say this? Jinder graduated from Triple H's school, the School of Wrestling by Triple H, which also, if so, ergo factor, graduated from the School of Ric Flair, the School of Ric Flair. The thing is, he works. They have a pattern where they go from point A to point B to point C, and the process of going to point A to point B is a long one process. Because every single thing needs to be every single thing is calculated, methodical, and slow paced.
And the thing about it is that sometimes it's no.
Sometimes it works.
Sometimes it works. But most often it don't.
Yeah, especially when you mash up certain kinds of wrestlers who has a different sense of style to their matches. If you mash up someone with a fast-paced, if you mash up someone with a high risk, high intensity, fast-paced, high energy moveset, with that kind of person like a la Triple H, you can have a great match of it because those are two different styles. One would ground and pound you to the ground, but when you get back up, get the momentum, you'll throw off all those high-risk, high maneuvers. The only problem is right now, I think it's not the only problem. The only nitpick on this one right now is that Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal has a similar style, I think. I won't say the same because...
No, but Roman is more seamless in his moving from A to B to C.
Yeah, like I said, I won't say it's the same because Roman Reigns looks more crisp. Roman Reigns is quite possibly hands down on that card, the better wrestler than Jinder Mahal.
And getting back to Roman Reigns real quick, because there was something that Biff said that caught my attention.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about it being a slippery slope, and many people have been screwed over by creative, but mailing it in as a result, does more harm than good to Roman Reigns. I said, but why should he fucking care? Especially when he's going against Brock Lesnar, who doesn't seem to fucking care half the time he's in the ring anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So why should Roman care if Brock don't care?
I mean, it's difficult to go down that.
Roman already knows he's going to be screwed out of the fucking title again. So why should he care? Why shouldn't he just mail it in if Brock's mailing it in? It's not worth his time. It's not worth his time or effort.
I mean, it's not the whole over. It's not the whole over under that he supposedly has to be unsatisfied with what he's facing up against. He's facing up against Brock Lesnar, who held the title for about 1 year plus now, almost 2 years now. I think
he broke the CM Punk record already.
Okay, he broke the CM Punk record already.
It is not a record. There's no record.
No,
there is no record.
The record is if you want to, let's get down to brass tacks here. The record is Bruno.
Yeah, and it's never going to be duplicated.
Bruno in two runs held the title for almost 11 years.
Even Hogan's first run of 4 years, that's not going to be touched either. So
of course,
even Backlund's run of 3.5, is not going to be touched.
I mean, what? Let me see. Single longest reign by Bruno Sammartino is about 2,803 days. That's his first reign.
65, just to say, then.
That's his first reign. His second reign, with the combined reign, is about 4,040. That's the total. That's the longest combined reign. So also held by Sammartino.
Yeah.
So do a quick calculation. That's about 11 years, my friend, for about 40.
Let me see.
That's about 11 years.
That's a little over 11 years.
Give or take.
And that what I said was that his runs combined was about 11 years.
I like that I'm the accountant. I'm like, these numbers.
These numbers. These numbers.
I need my calculator.
And let's be honest. Those records are never going to be touched.
No.
And that's almost as bad as someone else's title run of 28 years.
Should I know this? I think I don't.
You should know
it's
this.
A woman, it's a woman.
Yeah.
It's a woman. It's Fabulous Moolah.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Okay.
She was the women's champion for 28 years.
I should know that. Yeah, true. Okay, but
28 years consecutive before she lost to Wendy Richter, finally.
Consecutive. That means title reigns combined. Yeah, 28 years.
No.
Wait,
No. Not that was the length.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because this is a little bit of history for you guys.
Okay.
Moolah owned the only women's promotion in the world for the longest time because NWA had no real women's division. WWF had no women's division.
Yeah.
All the territories had no women's division. Only Moolah had the only promotion in the world that traveled around the world with women as wrestlers. And she was the champion of the promotion herself because it was hers and she wanted to stay on top. She was a champion for 28 years. Continuous. Until she was at WrestleMania 1 and lost to Wendy Richter. And 6 weeks later, Wendy Richter put Moolah back over.
Interesting. I like that. It is a lengthy reign that is not possible to be broken at this point stage of time. So
they're saying the modern era. What's the modern era?
Yeah, it's it's so arbitrary.
And the Universal title doesn't have near the history of the WWE title. Sorry, they're not the same.
Nope.
Not at all.
At least when they had the World Heavyweight Championship, it was the gold belt, so you could kind of see it and be like, "Oh, this is a historic."
It's a historic belt, yeah.
Yeah. So that, but
even the WWE champion itself, even though it has been the design of it has been changed numerous amount of times, that still has history. That still has.
Though that belt has lineage all the way back to when Vince Senior owned the company.
The WWF.
Right, it goes all the way back to
WWF. Yeah.
Right. That title goes all the way back to that. The Universal title has only been around since the brand split.
Since the brand, yeah.
So it doesn't have near the history or prestige.
At least the design now is better than the ugly thing that John Cena brought into it with the spinner. And then that became like the design for it.
Yeah.
I hated
Although it didn't
design.
spin, they locked it.
I hated that one.
The U.S. title as a spinner was shit too. Everybody said that was a gorgeous belt. No, it was ugly.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't.
The WCW U.S. title was awesome.
That's the one they should.
I loved that belt. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I like the old school belts.
Okay, understandable because you're. But okay, here's the thing.
Shot.
Okay.
No
shot. Old school again. Yeah, sure. More shots for you, my friend. Anyway, let's talk. Okay, let's do a quick talk about NXT Takeover Chicago.
I'm looking. I'll be able to see some of it. I'll probably watch it tonight at work after it's done. But
yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it on a quick note because we have 1, 2,
I think 5 or 6,
4,
five
matches. 5 matches.
I love NXT.
Yeah, 5
just
matches
for that
on the
factor.
Yeah.
None of these matches are just there to fill time.
Yeah,
all these matches matter
and has a gravitas towards it because we have Aleister Black versus Lars Sullivan, NXT champion versus the Challenger itself. We have NXT Women's Champion and Shayna Baszler facing off against Nikki Cross.
I unfortunately see Baszler going over Nikki Cross.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Nikki going up to the main roster Tuesday night to join her friends Insanity.
Yeah, since they haven't even been brought up anyway. So.
They haven't been brought up. They haven't been brought up to the TV show. How?
Well, they were supposed to do it early, but
yeah, they're supposed to do it early, but they're still fighting for time. We're eating apples here in backstage while you guys are doing shows. Anyway, we have a blood feud between Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano.
And I hate to say this. I said this in the chat the other night. I have a funny feeling this is where, what's her name?
Candice LeRae.
When Candice LeRae turns on Johnny.
Oh.
The visceral heat that will produce, it's just, I can't even fathom.
Yeah.
Because I know Candice can play one hell of a heel.
Yes.
That would silence the whole arena would be silent.
Yeah, on screen and off screen, because she's a baker and she feeds you a lot of muffins and cupcakes and baked pastries. They're so good. They're supposed to be bad, but they're so good. They're so good.
Yeah, you talk about Aleister Black, Lars Sullivan.
I'll enjoy it.
I'll enjoy the match because it's going to be a hoss fight.
I'll enjoy it.
But I see Aleister going over.
Of course.
He's got to hold the title for.
Yeah, he's got to hold the title for a while.
NXT really doesn't do short reigns except for Sami Zayn.
Exactly.
But
except for Sami Zayn's the exception. I don't know why.
And
probably because he wanted to jump.
The random second Samoa Joe reign where he, I think, when he won at a house show or something, whatever happened.
Yeah, that one too. I forgot to mention the last match, and I think this has the potential to be one of the best matches of the night for NXT Takeover to Chicago. Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream.
Oh God, yes.
That's going to be off the charts.
The funny thing about it is that the thing I like about this match and the competitors, Ricochet is a hell of a performer. But the one I am very high on is Patrick Clark, a.k.a. Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
He's only 22. He's only 22 years old, ladies and gentlemen. And he's a fantastic in-ring worker. He is great on the microphone. He gets it. He is working his character brilliantly. He doesn't need much more polishing.
And he took a dead-on arrival character. I mean, that pretty much anyone else, I think, with that kind of character would have just fumbled and been done. There's no way they could get it over.
No, because
he lives and breathes it. So,
and the thing is too is that there are, and no offense, Angel, there are a lot of homosexual stuff built into this character, and he plays it brilliantly. He is the only one I think that could actually get away with it.
Yeah, and it's really kind of a androgynous, like Prince type deal.
Yeah, androgynous.
Almost.
Exactly.
So it's not inherently homosexual, but there's definitely the vibes are in there.
Yeah.
There's one other performer who's currently on the main roster that did something similar during the Attitude Era. Do we know who it is?
Goldust.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
He was awesome.
That's a generational type wrestler, and that's what Patrick Clark is.
Yeah, which we'll have to give credit. He has done excellently. He has done excellently on that one, for sure. Can't really say bad things about it. That's what it is. Oh, and I have to forget. Then we have the Undisputed Era versus Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan.
Unfortunately, Undisputed is going over Lorcan and.
Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. But knowing Lorcan and Burch, this is a hoss fight on a tag team scale.
Although you never know, Triple H may pull a swerve and put the belts on those guys just for shits and giggles.
Yeah,
because they have busted their ass.
Yes,
Lorcan.
Because this is for the tag team championship, and like you said, I can't see Burch and Lorcan winning it, but it's a big spotlight for the number one contenders because this is their big break. They're actually in a match contending for one of the top titles in NXT, which is the tag team titles, which is awesome, which is great.
Yep.
So I won't say much. I won't say a lot to put it down because this is a perfect opportunity for both men. Not so much for Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. It's just but it's hard for them to lose the titles to Burch and Lorcan, but it's definitely going to be a hard fought match. If not a hoss fight, it's going to be a hard fought match.
Yeah.
And
the thing about it is that as well as I do, takeovers. The takeovers set the table on Saturday night for the Sunday show, and they always seem to outdo the Sunday show.
Of course. Well, I think there's one instance where actually the takeover didn't actually do well. Both of us actually said that actually the main event, the main roster pay-per-view show did better than the takeover. I can't remember which one.
I can't either.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Was it Brooklyn? I think it was Brooklyn 2.
I think it was Brooklyn 2. Because afterwards it was.
Yeah, I remember Brooklyn 2 being kind of weak in comparison.
Because after Brooklyn 2, it was what?
This is Survivor Series. I don't remember where they were. Toronto.
I think so. Let me just check. Afterwards, it was what? SummerSlam. There you go. Oh wait, is it SummerSlam?
SummerSlam is Brooklyn 2.
Yeah.
Takeover Brooklyn.
Yeah, any Brooklyn is going to be SummerSlam. Yeah.
Yeah, Brooklyn 2, and then next will be SummerSlam. Yeah, that's it. There you go.
Yeah, SummerSlam last year did a great job.
Yep. I think
WrestleMania and Takeover from New Orleans this year were pretty solid.
That means it's not actually Brooklyn 2; it's Brooklyn 3.
This year is Brooklyn 3.
No, this is 4.
This is 4.
Yeah, you're right.
This is the last Brooklyn one.
Yeah.
Because they're moving.
This is Brooklyn 4.
So they're going to have Mania, and then it will not be in Brooklyn next year.
Yeah.
But Mania is going to be over New Jersey.
Raw after Mania and Takeover will be in Brooklyn, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Not in MSG, where they're having a fit because since they don't want to run there.
We can talk about that too, because I said let's get out of that little ROH
scenario.
That's going to be a debacle. I'm telling you.
Really?
ROH, because they had such a big pull in New Orleans, is going to try to book, or has booked. I don't know if they have or not.
I don't think they have yet. AAA is the only one that has booked. I know
they want to book at MSG.
Oh, of course,
Square Garden. Which, hey, why not? It's a great wrestling venue, but it's 22,000 seats.
Yep.
The biggest crowd they pulled was what? Almost 10,000 in New Orleans.
The biggest crowd for what? The biggest crowd for ROH events?
It was even that big? I thought it was like 5,500 was one of their biggest.
I think the biggest was 5,500. That's it.
Okay. And they're going to they want to book Madison Square Garden? Are they out of their mind?
It's insane.
Okay. I got it.
Empty Madison Square Garden will look with 5,500 people in it?
Oh,
very empty. But okay,
like a Knicks game, but
I got
the draw more.
Yeah, I got the official number. Their Super Card of Honor 11 drew a record-breaking 3,500.
That is their biggest crowd?
Yeah, that is their biggest crowd.
Dang.
Yeah. I think what they're trying to do is live off of what Cody's pulling. And it's not going to work.
Nope.
Not at all.
I mean, TNA ran the same venue that All In is at. And this is when AJ Styles is in his prime and Samoa Joe and all, when TNA was respectable. And they didn't even get close to selling it out. Like,
I think they did 7,500.
Like Cody did. So
I think the TNA show you're talking about did 7,500.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome for TNA.
Yeah.
TNA's biggest attendance record is about over 7,200 fans. When they watched Lockdown in 2013. There you go. So it's about 7,200 people, and then compare it with about 3,500 people for RAH, and then compare it with 10,000 that All In already drew this year. So
the difference between 7,000 and 22,000
is huge.
The difference between 12,000 and 22,000 is insane.
That would be like okay, let's put it this way.
Okay.
You were at the Dome show this year, right?
Yeah.
That was what? 35, 40,000?
Close to that, I think, if I'm not remembering.
Okay.
If I remember
that would be like putting 10,000 in that show. 10 or 15,000 in a 35,000 seat arena. It would not look good.
And that was packed. And I swear to God, that was packed.
And I'm saying, because I know the Dome has had as many as 50.
Yeah, because the Dome actually can size up about 50 or even 55, I think.
55. I thought it was 50, 55, yeah.
Okay, so let's say the Dome show you went to was sold out at 55,000. Imagine ROH going into that same venue and putting only 10,000 seats. How empty will the Dome look?
Fucking empty as shit.
So that's the comparison.
Mm-hmm. I think you're only
Dolan, James Dolan, owner of the Knicks and the MSG, is going to charge ROH an arm and a goddamn leg.
Yeah,
if they only draw 5,500 people or 7,000 people into that 22,000 seat setup.
I mean, they're not going to make it. They have to booking fee. They have to tarp off the top level. There's no way.
There's no way they're gonna sold out up to the top rafters. No, so they're gonna close off that, and then they're just only gonna fill up the front seats, and then
they're still paying for the entire venue, whether they block up the seats or not. So they're gonna lose money. It
may be cheaper because of staff to do. I don't know if they do that.
Well, don't forget the people who booked the venue. They have the booking fees of the venue. They also have to pay the labor for the concessions, for the parking, for ticket agents, for all of it. So you got all those charges, plus you got to pay your talent for being there.
Yeah,
they're going to lose their ass.
I think even AAA is crazy for going there, but
AAA can pull more.
Yeah, they'll pull more. I don't think they're going to sell it out, but
no.
I mean, I think it's more the underlying fact that they wanted to prove that if Cody Rhodes can do big shows like 10,000 in Chicago and WWE is doing it constantly, why not us? So this is what it is. Why not us? We're gonna do.
Why not that venue? Because WWE could just say to James Dolan, we want that date that ROH has, and he has to give it to him. He has no choice.
Sure, yeah.
That's the arrangement WWE has with MSG. Why? It goes all the way back to Capital City Wrestling. That was the biggest venue they had. That's been an agreement. That's been an agreement that's been there forever.
It has always been. I think MSG has always been the holy ground for WWE.
It is.
It has. And that's why Dolan is so pissed and why he's,
don't blame him.
He's allowing these. Yeah, well, he's a businessman. He wants to make money, and if these other promotions are going to run the show, then let him do it.
But if he's going to make his, and
instead of one house show a year is all they're, and Brooklyn's getting 2 to 3 shows, including at least the whole weekend of SummerSlam. So I don't know. That would rub me the wrong way too. So,
I mean, but it doesn't hurt for them to try. If they wanted to try, go ahead to try. It's their freedom of choice. If they can't, make money out of it and they lose money about it, well, it's hard to say that we said so. We told you so.
Yeah.
Some of the people said that.
I've been saying that since it came out. I'm like, this ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's just too, it's too big of a venue for them. Way too big.
Okay.
Yeah, and Legends Lover brings up a valid point too. Ticket prices are going to be ridiculous.
Oh, of course.
For that venue.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to want to pay.
No kidding.
Nobody's going to want to pay $150 or $200 for a ringside seat to see an ROH show. I'm sorry, not going to work. Ladies and gentlemen, ROH is like minor leagues to WWE.
I think I'll be generous and say that ROH is an alternative to WWE. I'll be generous on that. And I would even put NJPW higher on the top of the charts on that one.
Speaking of NJPW, there's rumors surfacing out there that because of what Jericho is doing and all this other stuff, that there is a possibility, and I mentioned this about 6 months ago, How cool would it be if NJPW and WWE did some co-promoting of shows? And people are like, no way, Ghetto's going to get in bed with Vince. Well, there's talks.
I could see it. Absolutely.
There are talks ongoing as we speak. Yeah. Why? Because Triple H is a businessman.
Yep.
And he wants to do business and he wants to make money. And there will be money to be made. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't believe me, go find the match with Chris Jericho and Naito for the IWGP Intercontinental title. Oh my God.
Triple H is the human nail file. He's just smoothing all these relationships out that Vince ruined.
He's got working agreements with
it's
over in Europe, over in England, over in Germany.
And everywhere you go, you might find Vince McMahon's grubby hands on it. But hey, like you said, opportunity isn't out of the question. It's actually,
if Triple H can get Bret Hart to come back and get
Bruno Sammartino
to come back, Ultimate Warrior. I mean, these are absolute, like, there was no way in hell this was ever going to happen. And I don't know how he did it, but he did it. Sting! That was another one.
He got Sting to come back, Yeah, because, and I quote, Triple H says, is there opportunity for cross-promotional events? Absolutely, with the right things. It's a blank slate, and I'm open to just about anything in the right situation.
And it wouldn't be the first time. It's just been, like, how many years? 30-something years. But there is history to it, so...
I mean, the only thing I point being some sort of a factor is that, those example. I mean, most of the promotions that WWE has embedded itself in, like Progress, ICW in Scotland, those
Evolve.
two promotions, and Evolve. Those three promotions don't have streaming services or television presence, which could position them to be a competition for WWE. NJPW is a different facet altogether. They have streaming services, they have television deals, of course,
but I don't think they see them as a threat in the States.
So. Oh
no, they don't.
Because
I think they shouldn't. Because I mean, there's still tickets available for my Cow Palace show. So
I mean, shit.
There's
I'm gonna pull something up here that our good friend Biff put together the other day. Yeah, and he put it together on.
I don't want him. I don't want to hear him say he's not feeling the love ever again, because he's got a lot of love on this show.
Okay, I gotta find it here.
It is gonna take a while. But hey,
I don't have it here. I have it on another one. Hold on, I got it.
Yeah, while you're trying to find it, the one other nitpick that I would say is that usually WWE places deals with Progress, ICW, Evolve, and that basically they receive promotional assistance from WWE for in exchange for doing a service with them, basically being their feeder system, basically.
Okay, here it is.
Okay.
He's calling it. He goes. He wrote this in Cageside. So he calls it Survivor Series 2018, the War of the Worlds, aka NJPW versus WWE Super Show. Fantasy fanboy wankery spectacular.
Good Lord. Well, that's very Biff. That's for sure.
Here is the card.
Total wankery.
Okay.
Total wankery. Okay.
Going from pre-show. First match.
Sure.
Pre-show. First match. Cedric Alexander versus Marty Scurll.
Okay.
Pre-show 5-on-5 elimination match. So Bludgeon Brothers and Sanity versus Suzuki-gun, Minoru Suzuki, Davey Boy Smith Jr., Taka Michinoku, and Zack Sabre Jr.
Minoru Suzuki, Davey Boy Smith Jr. I think he's trying to say Killer Elite Squad, I think, because that's just 4-on-5.
Okay. The Bullet Club explodes.
Bullet Club is fine.
The Bullet Club
is fine.
Listen. Finn Balor, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson versus Bad Luck Fale and the Gorillas of Destiny.
Bullet Club is fine. What are you talking about, Biff?
No, but you understand the match. All right, a 5-on-5 elimination match: WWE versus Stardom. Wait, Asuka, Bayley, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Sasha Banks versus Kagetsu,
Kagetsu,
Mayu Iwatani, Watanabe, Saki Kashima, and Viper.
Trouble with Viper, though.
Why?
Didn't she? Well, I won't dig up earlier. I think there's going to be small issues with Viper, I think.
Okay. Another 5-on-5 elimination match.
Okay, go ahead.
Andrade Cien Almas, Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, and Sheamus versus Chaos, Jay White, Sho, Tomoshiro Ishii, Will Ospreay, and Yo.
Roppongi 3K. Okay.
That's a pretty solid match.
Pretty solid match, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Another match. Else? The New Day versus the Elite. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. That's a 6-man.
I think that would be. I think the marquee match on that one would be just Xavier Woods versus Kenny Omega, because the nerd squad in me would say, yeah, they're gonna fight Street Fighter style.
Okay.
Okay.
A 1-on-1 match. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Aces versus Aces. Okay.
Okay, in a 5-on-5 elimination match. Here's another one. The Shield. The Shield. Okay. That's Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose.
Okay.
Teaming up with the Usos.
Okay.
Versus Los Ingobernables de Japón. There's Bushi, Evo, Hiromu Takahashi, Sonata, and Tatsuya Naito.
Oh no. I would rather watch Usos fight Gorillas of Destiny, but okay.
Main event.
Sure.
2 out of 3 falls.
Okay.
AJ Styles versus Kazuchika Okada.
Thought so.
This is when
there's only one main event, and that's it. But
there's only one main event. That's it. Okada with the Rainmaker and throwing all the Okada bills. Yay!
But not a bad card.
Not a bad card. Not a bad fantasy booking card.
No, it's not. I'm
more surprised that he actually included Stardom's lineup in there. But okay, fine. I'll bat my eyelashes and look the other way, while understandably saying that, well, NJPW and Stardom isn't really similar. But okay, I'll accept the fact. Sure, yeah, War of the Worlds. Sure. It's an interesting card. Oh. I can't say that I hate the whole thing.
No, that would be oof.
That would be interesting.
That has got money written all over it.
That is going to be an interesting layout for a fantasy book like that. So, yeah. Good booking. Good fantasy booking there, right there. Good fantasy booking right there for Survivor Series. Like I said, but the only nitpick I have is that... Why not
throw it out there? We've had stuff that we've talked about on here become part of WWE Creative.
I mean, the only nitpick I have is that, well, WWE has a tendency to turn those promotional companies into feeder systems. And you know as well as I do that NJPW will not agree to that kind of thing.
No.
Because the likelihood NJPW accepts the fact that they're basically a feeder system to WWE seems a little bit small.
Yeah, Ghetto won't stand for that. So Ghetto and
it's not that Ghetto won't stand for that.
Ghetto and the ownership will make it very clear to Triple H that this is a partnership. We're not a feeder system for you.
Yeah, basically, it's not Ghetto that would disagree with that one. I think it's more their boss. I think it was Kidani. Yeah, Takaaki Kidani won't like it. Won't like the idea that his company should be working under the WWE company banner. No, when in fact these two companies are equal to one another, if not even if their business operation levels and their focus levels aren't similar at all.
No, but it would be a way for both sides to exchange talent back and forth.
It can be,
and it would lift the self-imposed ban.
Yeah, it can
that
be
Jericho's put on himself.
Because I don't know whether you know this, Saker. Yeah, NJPW has worked with WWE way back when.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, so there's that, and it could happen again if they can do that kind of thing again.
NJPW did a lot of stuff with WCW too.
Yeah, back then. And Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, TNA too. Let's not forget that too.
Yeah.
But right now, currently, they only have working agreements with CMLL, ROH, RPW, and WXW. So.
Yep.
And then I think only in Japan they have cross promotional matches with AJPW and Pro Wrestling Nova. So there, that's it.
You know more about that stuff over there than I do.
Yeah. There's a number. Yeah, and then why would they want WWE to let them be a feeder promotion to WWE when they can actually just do that way back in Japan? There's still some smaller Russian promotions over here that can serve as a feeder system to NJPW. The only thing is that NJPW already has their own feeder system, like NXT,
all the dojos,
like NXT in a sense, and that's their NJPW Tokyo dojos. So they don't need it. They can have it, just they don't need it, because then you cut everything like Lionsgate Project, holding more shows in regional Southeast Asia, like Thailand, Singapore, and Taiwan, those kind of stuff. It's not a big desperate option for NJPW. It's an option.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like NJPW is going broke anytime soon.
Yeah, number one. And number two, like I said, like Triple H already said, it's an opportunity. Definitely, there's opportunity for cross-promotional events between WWE and NJPW. They already did it. They already done it way back in the past. They can do it.
But the thing about it is that I can say this about Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
And, a lot of people are thinking, they call him the Shovel. His nickname is the Shovel.
Of course.
But the man has an eye for business. He has a mind for business, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
The thing, even though it's not very popular, what's going on with Saudi Arabia is business.
Yep,
they've got a training center of sorts over there for WWE in Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
They just signed 5 guys
from
Saudi Arabia that are going to the performance center here in Florida.
Yep.
To learn.
Basically they already have their feeder system there in Saudi Arabia. So.
Yep. And I'll tell you, they didn't look like rookies when they were in the ring doing what they did. They actually looked pretty solid.
Yeah. I mean, to wrap it all up, there's wrestling everywhere.
Yep.
The only thing that makes it different is that the level of the level of expertise about it. There's going to be amateur wrestling. There's going to be backyard wrestling. There's going to be semi-professional independent wrestling scenes. There's only a few instances in states and countries and continents where you have big companies like WWE, big companies like NJPW, big companies like CMLL, AAA, that has the ability to elevate wrestling in a mainstream scale. So there's that.
What I was giggling at just a minute ago.
What?
I'm sure you heard me.
Yes, I was just about to ask.
You got shot down in the chat.
Yep.
Biff says because it has to do with you. You're talking about the Stardom and why Stardom being involved in a card. And
can't leave the women off Survivor Series. In New Japan doesn't use women.
Exactly so. He's right. He's 100% right.
Yeah, you got me there.
Points for Biff. Yay!
New Japan doesn't use women. Well, doesn't necessarily mean if I want to find women in NJPW, I have to watch NJPW.
New drinking game is not not the old school Taker now. It's when Biff gets love, we all take a shot.
Bite my butt, MDS. I do you one better. Bite Angel's ass.
Okay. I don't know.
Angel might like it.
I don't want to know. I don't. TMI.
Angel might like it.
Bitches.
Angel might like it.
Are we in the delirious point of this podcast? Is that what's going on?
I think we are.
I'm getting tired. It's almost 1:00. I got to work tonight.
Sure. Okay, let's wrap.
I also need sleep. Damn it.
Yeah, okay, let's wrap this.
We just have to do the biggest match on the card for Takeover.
Well, okay. Oh.
Did we do the Gargano and Ciampa match?
I said that's where Candice LeRae turns heel.
Yeah, we did. We already did. Okay. Well, okay.
We never talked about.
Throw your shots in. Angel, what were you going to say about it? Tell us how you really feel.
Tell us how you feel, Angel.
About Ciampa.
I don't know if it's going to main event again like it did last time, but I still think it's going to be the match of the show.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. I agree.
I think Ciampa is going to win it. I don't know if it's going to be from the heel turn but
like Taker's.
If it is the heel turn, it's going to be an epic moment.
One epic moment. And I think some of the internet wrestling community will melt down if Candice LeRae flipped.
Yeah.
Why, Candice? Why? That's your husband.
Cry me a river, build a bridge, and get over it. Goddamn.
That's for you.
Right.
I'm gonna grab popcorn and just watch the world burn.
Kind of like what we did the morning after Jinder won the title.
Yes, Taker, because some people just like to watch the world burn.
I said it was going to happen too. That was the funny part.
Some people just like to watch the world burn.
2 weeks prior, I was in a daily and saying, "Yep, Jinder's going to take it." Well, then I get so much grief, and I said, "Yep." And when it happens, I'm going to sit in here and watch this place burn to the ground.
Next day, Jinder wins the title. Taker goes in. I told you so. More griefing.
The worst thing about him winning is that was the whole reason that Randy Orton had to beat Bray Wyatt so he could put over Jinder.
Yes.
That's what really pisses me off because Bray Wyatt was scorching hot at the time again, which he resurrected from the ashes like a phoenix.
Again, yeah.
To get popular again, and then they just at WrestleMania they just pissed on it. So
they shit the bed on that one.
Yeah.
And now I'm waiting for them to shit the bed on him with him and well, wait a minute.
They're not on the card.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Who?
They're taking on the B team.
Oh, they are. Okay.
You forgot the B team versus the Bray versus
That's how popular they are right now. We forgot it.
Even we forget about it. I think it's not on the card.
Yes, it is.
I don't think it's on the card.
I don't think it's on the card.
All right, let me look it up.
Here's the thing. Bludgeon Brothers, blah, blah, blah. I said it was 10 matches plus one, 10 matches plus, including one of the pre-show. There's no B team.
What is this called? Backlash, right? Oh, Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank 2018.
Should be.
There's none. There's nothing. I already told
Money
you.
Money in the Bank. Matches are definite. Definite.
There's not. They're not.
I'll be goddamn. Because they've been promoting it on Raw that it's going to be there.
Well, it's not updated on the match card. That's the thing. It is not on the 10 match. It is not on the 10 match list here, including one pre-show with Bludgeon Brothers and the Good Brothers.
Speaking of which, how come the U.S. title just gets forgotten so much?
Oh, that's another thing.
It's not on there either. It's just like
I forgot about it. You know,
shit.
We forgot.
Only John Cena. John Cena's the last U.S. champion that freaking gave a damn. It felt like, or they gave a damn about.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to talk about lineage? That title's got real lineage.
Yep.
Yeah, it's an old WCW title.
Well, I kind of forgot.
I'm surprised the B team versus the leader of the world is not on the card because they're promoting it and it's on the card.
Please don't say it's a dark match.
Oh, please no.
MDS, when you're doing that voice, there's another John Panette thing where he's at a sushi buffet, and he has the owner comes out, and he's like, oh, the owner came out. He looked like Lord Toranaga from Shogun.
Oh, please don't.
And he's like, big boy, come here. Big boy, come here. Lord Toranaga.
I got some sushi for you. I got some sushi for you.
Yeah.
I don't suffer for you. How about this one? Oh, making fun of me, the white guy, huh? Yeah, a special wonton soup for you.
Yeah, make a special wonton soup for you, Zip.
As he pisses in it.
Make a special wonton soup for you. Oh yes, mister.
And here's the funniest part about it, though. Because we were talking about the, no buffet. John Panette's talking about the, remember the story I told you the other night? About a friend of mine who actually got thrown out of a place because he ate
crab legs.
You have rice, nothing else. No more crab legs.
Oh God. Okay, before the show gets out of hand, let's just wrap this up. Let's just close this off. I'm pretty sure we don't have anything else under the card right now, correct?
No.
Unless you want to talk more about the wonton soup. One more wonton soup for you.
Lord Toranaga's coming back now.
Lord Toranaga's great-great-grandson. Somehow, but anyway. Oh, God. Okay.
But how did you forget Anjin-san?
I don't know. I just forgot about it. It's okay. More wonton soup for me.
Great actor played that gentleman, too. That was Toshiro Mifune.
Yes, Toshiro Mifune. Great actor. I love him. Anyway,
I love him.
Before we get out of hand again. We're get out of hand for the third time and we don't realize it again. Yeah. Goodness gracious.
It's all PC here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, right. Sure it is.
If you want more PC, we can go send somewhere else. But anyway, let's just wrap this up. More plugs. Where can they find you, Angel? Thank you so much.
You can find me on the Nightly and the Daily. I am always in the Daily because, if I actually did work at work, then that would be productive.
Well, you damn accountants aren't real busy until it's tax time. Anyway.
Well, no work for you. No work for you.
I am also on the Twitter machine at AngelSeth. That's ANGELSEPH. And on Snapchat at _the THE Jimmie JIMMIE. So that's where I hang out. Mostly, though, it's the Daily and the Nightly on Cageside. So,
okay.
Find me there. Your diva is waiting.
Please don't be surprised when the diva is actually a guy wearing a thong.
Well, I don't know about that. Nobody needs that, not even me.
Yep.
Well, let's put it like this.
Okay.
I don't know if any of you have seen, either one of you have seen Go Like a Wingo.
No.
Yes.
Okay, all I gotta say is Thong Thursday.
I will not Google that. No,
remember
my curiosity demands me no.
When he was getting into spring, he said, "Yep, Thong Thursday. We're gonna have that. Oil up, everybody."
So, I used to work at a classic rock radio station here called 107.7 The Bone, and we did Tata Tuesdays. Tata Tuesdays. So when I was on the promotional team, when we would go out and hand out or put up a tent at a concert or whatever, if someone would flash us, we gave them a sticker, a TTT Tata Tuesday sticker.
Oh God, no! Just
yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some of the crazy shit that goes on in radio world.
Yep, the radio world. Unless you've worked and lived it, people have no idea.
Oh, trust me, I do. Please don't. And to think that you think that Western radio stations are crazy over here, it's a little bit insane. But I digress on that one. Taker, where can they find you?
You can find me on Takers_Minion as always. You can also contact me. You can also find me in the daily more a lot, and then now in the nightly. Although I'm not in the nightly as well, I am more now that I've got time off at night. I'm actually on it from home, which is weird. So yeah, find me there. You can also find me at Takers_Minion. Takers_Minion on Twitter.
Good, awesome.
And MDS, where do they find your lovely stuff?
Thank you. They can find me on the Bluebird or right over there. That's the Twitter machine at Mr. Dr. Senju. That's MRDRSENJU. I'm actually quite busy having fun just tweeting about the World Cup somehow. I'm just having fun because I need to have an outlet to watch World Cup, and at least people are enjoying it. So there's that. They can also find me on the Cageside Seats as well, on the nightly mostly as well as daily. What else? Okay. Other than that, you can also catch us on Shootin' the Breeze's official Twitter channel. That's Shootin' the Breeze, the number 1 BREEZ1. Because some bitch took Shootin' the Breeze at its full form.
Tornaga.
You get the
bigger boy.
Come here.
Come here.
While these two are winding down, I'm gonna wind down all the Cageside Seats affiliated podcasts and an unaffiliated podcast. We got Better Boys Club featuring Brent Brookhouse and All Ego Ethan Page. Not your demographic with Stunning Stella and Ekma Aaron. Keeping up with the kayfabe with Mark Riley, Jody May Esquire, and Jack King, and Bros Before Elbows with Anthony, Farron, and Tommy. These are the cases. Yes, Lord Tornaga. We have more. Then you have the unaffiliated podcast with Two Guys, One Sport. Crazy Chris Golden, Curtin Jerker at Sabes runs the show. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, guys.
Yep, welcome back.
We got Fizzy Swacky World of Wrestling with William Fitzpatrick as the host. We got Violent Wrestling Podcast with Ambrose Elliott and Prix Maxi Lopez. Still about as irregular as it gets. Hopefully they'll come back. Hopefully
check your local listings for that one.
Yep.
Okay.
It's like ECW scheduling, so it's good.
Yeah. And then you got Match Fixing with Don Sal Kuzmano and Cedar Bridge Media. I feel that he's gonna pull out a new podcast just based on soccer alone. So there's that. And then you got Wednesday Night Shootin' with Tanya Rogers and Andrew M. Swift. We got Ringside Geeks and For the Love of Wrestling.
Hold up.
Sure.
On the Wednesday Night Shootin', hey Tanya, we're pulling for you. You'll get through it. She put out some medical information on our Twitter page. Go check it out. We want you to, you're going to be just fine.
Yeah, I don't follow her, but I used to read her stuff, and I always
that's Militia Malice Joe.
So I hope whatever is well too. I enjoyed reading her stuff when she was around. So.
Okay, and I'll ask you later. And then you got Queen City, and then we got Ruthless Aggression Podcast with Metal Matt. We got Connoisseurs of Wrestling,
which I'm a guest of, and will be a guest of again soon.
Well, yeah, you will be a guest of soon. Okay, then you got Connoisseurs of Wrestling with TakersMinion himself, Biff Kensington himself, and TakersMinion's lovely wife, Legends Lover. And then we have to promote. What was the other one again, Taker? The last bit.
The two with Conrad.
No. I know that the Conrad Thompson stuff.
You're talking about Roundhouse Wrestling. You're talking about Roundhouse Wrestling with Dennis Cowell.
Yeah.
Is I think 8:00 on Saturday nights.
Yeah. Okay,
that one.
Yeah, that one. Okay,
But then it's Cowie, I should say.
Cowie. Oh, okay. And then you got Sunday to Wrestle with Conrad Thompson, Bruce Richard, and What Happened When with Conrad Thompson and Tony Schiavone. Of course, you can catch the other one with Something Else to Wrestle with Conrad and Bruce. That one too on WWE Network, of course. Well, that's Shootin' the Breeze, episode 48, A Cup of Life.
Man, we are whores giving out all that information, but
I am. I feel dirty. I need to go take a shower.
You should feel dirty.
I do this. Let's do this. I did this for about 53 times already, I think. So give or take 53. So I feel totally dirty for about 53 times already.
Mm-hmm. So you're good at it.
Ugh. Now I feel like a pimp selling all these plugins.
Yeah, we're pimping everybody out. That's right.
Yeah.
Pimping everybody out. Hey. Anyway, this has been episode 48. Thank you again, Angel, for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Again, I hope to be on again. Not so long in between this time.
Yeah.
Well, you had tax season going on.
Yeah, I had tax season, so that was 4 months out of it.
Okay. Anyway, for TakersMinion and for Angel, I'm Mr. Duck Senju. We'll catch you next week.
Yep. See you guys later.
Are you big boy?
Come here.
Episode 48. Is it?
Episode 48.
This is it, guys. Thanks.
That was.
Sayonara.